Sibling dynamics take center stage as Ashley confronts brother Seth, sparking a family feud over art preferences. Watch Les the pawn shop detective figure out a mystery with messy DJs and laptops held captive. See the suspenseful investigation unfold right here. Laugh and cringe as a shouting woman causes trouble in the pawn shop, making Seth and Les really mad. Then a guard shows up and there's a surprising twist outside. Enter the family feud. Ashley drops the bomb on her brother Seth, calling him a hypocrite. But why? Well, he casually throws around $880 for a painting while Ashley, according to her, can't even snag a deal for $30. Sibling dynamics at their finest. And as Ashley confronts Seth about the apparent double standards, she probes into the intricacies of spending $880. Questioning how bad it could be. Seth, in classic sibling fashion, argues that his purchases are all about resale value, a concept he conveniently forgets when it comes to
I am not going to forget the situation anytime soon. Seth better watch his back.
Things heat up as Ashley demands an apology. Seth takes a nosedive into being the ultimate a-hole, apologizing for an $880 buy. Oh no. Instead, he hits her with a sorry not sorry for her supposed attitude, topping it off with a charming label. Well, let's just say that it rhymes with witch. Sibling rivalry reaches a whole new level on this show.
There's two guys out here that are saying they were scammed out of their laptops, and that whoever did it is working with one of our guys. You want to come out and talk to him? All right. Thank you.
Who is it?
Les is hit with some unexpected news. A few guys claim that they've been pawned by a girl from the staff. Les, ever the detective, approaches the situation with a mix of suspicion and humor, wondering aloud if he's either unintentionally swindling customers or if bizarre customers have taken up a new form of thievery.
Tell me.
She pawned 2 of our laptops, and she told us she was gonna bring them out to the back. Some of it being,
Okay, wait. You pawned something.
yes, she had to take it to
When
her.
did you pawn it?
Today.
Today.
She
Okay.
had to take it to her.
And the money?
Yes.
These two kids come in and talk about have some girl pawned 2 laptops.
The plot thickens as 2 disheveled DJs step into the scene, laptops held hostage. The atmosphere turns somber as the weight of the situation sinks in. It's a strange occurrence that has everyone wearing expressions of confusion and concern. Les, with his seasoned cool, casually queries about the laptop's ownership, revealing they're registered under the mysterious girl's name.
Split the money 3 ways, and one of my employees was gonna walk it out the back door. Either this is a new way for my employees to steal from me.
To contact the owner because we want.
I am the owner,
I'm just trying to switch the ticket so she can't have them.
and it's in her name.
No, that's why I wanted to know if
I can't do it.
The tension rises, but Les doesn't crack under pressure. Maturely handling the situation, he asserts that he needs the lowdown to work his magic and get those laptops back where they belong. It's a pawn shop mystery, and Les is the detective determined to unravel the peculiar case of laptops and loyalty. Tame a woman at the counter. Let's see what she's gonna come up with. Is she asking for free money? I think she might possibly be mad, though it is kind of funny that she's got enough courage to come up and ask for money without investing anything. Now, the lady at the counter frowned and asked her if she paid or not. Intriguingly, she hasn't paid anything, but she's still asking for money. And to make matters worse, she started shouting at her. Everyone around started looking at her, wondering what the hell was going on. Seth and Les get a little furious as everybody's just standing around trying to figure out what's going on. She started bullying her, but the lady tried to explain to her again that she misunderstood the agreement and they're not just gonna give her free cash. But this lady's just not listening to anybody. Well, Seth then enters, so who knows what's gonna happen now, the whole document or not, and she was not listening and constantly arguing and pointing to them as if they had done something wrong. Meanwhile, other women decided to intrude, and oh my god, it's gonna be funny. Looks like they've all decided to have a fight in the pawn shop. Wonder how that's all gonna end. And it looks like now see the other women get in and start shouting at her as everybody behind bartender was waiting for her to get out of the queue. So they started fighting, and now they're all having an immense fight. Everybody around is watching and laughing at him. Well, the guard had to go and break everything up. Well, at least they're all gonna get treated the same way, especially the one who created the mess. Pretty sure they're gonna hold him up and throw him out. And there they go, they're still shouting and fighting with each other as well. They were sent outside and they started beating on each other, holding each other by their hair and hand. They beat the crap out of each other, and people around them were just watching and waiting and having a curious but funny conversation about their nonsense. Talk about a hella cringe episode.
It's Robert.
Robert,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Nice to meet you, Dennis. Yeah, I got an item here. Might be interested in.
Okay, so there's a guy coming into the pawn shop with something in his hand, maybe a poster. But what's it for? He came to Seth and the other man and showed them this poster. Now it feels like they're interested in it, and there might be a handsome deal between them.
Detroit Lions players had signed.
Did you drag it in?
So during the flood, I seen it down there, and that's when I pulled it out. She went down there and she supported these people, and while she was walking the picket line, she would gather signature.
You got Williams over here.
That's what Steve Bacchus.
This is the first time a guy actually brought in and
I just got on the picket line because I'm on strike right now myself. We've been on strike for almost 3 months now. $1,000.
He started describing the poster that's mainly about the protest of people in history, and it's got lots of signs of well-known people and has got a lot of worth. He explained everything in one go and demanded a heavy amount for it as it was really valuable to him. Seth told him that it's got some stains on it, and it's no doubt the same poster of historical strike, which made it worthy, but for him it might make a lot of difference.
Hate the condition of it.
I understand, and I
You gotta understand when it comes down to collectors, everything is about condition.
Absolutely. And I'm sure if your dad saw this, jump on the heartbeat.
Seth and the man explained that it's not about the worth that he's asking for in terms of thousands of dollars, but it's also about the condition of the poster, and it's not in a very good one. The man is continuously arguing that it's got signs all over it. If Les has seen it, that he'll definitely be surprised and definitely pay more than $1,000. Well, as for Les, he just came in.
Sharper. They need to make an effort to close these deals quickly.
Through my research in that, I seen personally that one just like this, Minto, and he got $950 for it.
Right, man. So if that was me, why would you want $1,000 for this?
He only had one signature. I have at least a dozen.
But with this tear up here,
Yeah, and the
you know,
condition it's in.
and the water stain on the bottom, it's just a hard thing to sell.
Yeah, but even though it's in this condition, how many of it exist? Very rare.
And it's uncertified.
Right.
You know.
I'll sell for $5.
Les judged the entire piece and told him that he's asking for too much, and later on they further described that it's torn from the top and the bottom, and it's also got damage and they can't pay more for it. But he still won't agree to pay for it. But he did say that he'd charge $500 off of the amount, but they couldn't reduce it any further.
value. Let's make a deal. $75.
No way.
Who's gonna buy it from you?
I'll just put it back in my basement, let it collect dust.
Offering you just $100 cash money right now wouldn't make a difference, you're saying?
200.
Nobody in life is ever gonna offer you more than us.
According to Seth, it's a historical and cool piece and might be a profitable deal for them. So he asked the man if they'll pay $750 for it. But the man was stunned and said that they're paying too little. He said that you should pay more, but Les is arguing that no one can pay you more than this.
You change your mind, we'll honor the 100.
Which would you prefer, 520s or a $100 bill?
520 seems like more, wouldn't it?
520s.
That's to me.
520s right now. 100 hours. Take it or leave it.
520s.
Got a deal.
$100.
Thank you. All right, man.
Thank you.
There's no question. It's a one-of-a-kind piece yet. It's a little bit of damage on it, but it's got a lot of autographs. I know we're going to make a profit.
He asked for $200, but no, it's not going to be a good deal, and they told him to leave. The man in need got a severe shock and held up the poster thinking. Les again said that they can't pay more than $100, and after some time of quietness, they agreed to the deal. Finally, the happy...
Are you her customer or mine?
I'm talking to you. Come on.
This lady got so irate because she wanted to be next in line. She wanted to be first. She felt that she was the most important out of every customer. You're next in line, so let me be right with you.
Okay, well, come on. It doesn't matter. What the are you? You're not the police. I can talk to whoever I want to talk to. What are you going to do?
You offer it now.
In the opening scene, Ashley is at the counter with a lengthy line of customers. A sudden disruption occurs when a black woman attempts to cut in front of everybody else. Ashley confronts her asking, "What are you doing?" The woman becomes upset, but Ashley firmly asserts, "You can't do that stuff here."
Goodbye.
Come back here. Let's talk right now. Take the receipt.
What would you like to do with it, ma'am?
I want to pay.
Well, you have to go to those windows.
No. I come to this line any other time.
Not at this window. It's
Okay, well, I'm not going to stand in the line.
in the wrong line. Get in the other
Okay,
line.
and I'm not going to get in another line. I'm going to walk straight up to the damn window.
We won't take
The woman continued standing in line at the counter. Les approached her, inquiring about the situation. She explained that she wanted to pay, but refused to move to the next window. Les informed her that in the pawn shop, crossing others in line isn't allowed, emphasizing the importance of waiting your turn.
care of you.
Well, y'all just only come.
See this lady here? All the other customers.
Okay, and I always come to this line.
I'm sorry. You have to stand in the other line.
Okay, well, I'll be back before y'all close.
You can do whatever you want in this line. She can't. Can't wait your turn.
We'll be back later.
Following the interaction, the woman eventually complied and moved to another window. Les, taking action, instructed the workers at that window not to accept her payment. He firmly directed the woman to wait in line like the other customers, reinforcing the shop's policy on fair and orderly transactions.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, jackass.
Take your
Bitch.
take
Yeah, that's you.
and get it.
You. Yeah, make me.
We don't,
Sir,
we don't want
please.
this. You can take this stuff.
Sir,
And
sir,
put it where the
listen.
sun don't shine.
Listen. I don't know what the problem was.
As the interaction begins, the customer expresses gratitude, but the tone takes an unexpected turn. Tensions rise as the customer's language becomes confrontational. The shopkeeper, addressing the situation calmly, refuses to tolerate mistreatment. The dynamics shift from appreciation to conflict, showcasing the challenges of customer service in a brief yet intense moment.
Came in here, tried to spend my money is what I did. That's what I did.
Okay.
And come instead of trying to come in here, I'm not even talking to you.
I need a liver transplant.
Why?
Seriously?
They didn't even look at these cards.
Sour Patch Kids.
The narrative unfolds with the arrival of another customer, visibly intoxicated. The shopkeeper navigates the encounter with a mix of tolerance and assertiveness. The customer attempts to engage in banter, revealing signs of alcohol influence. The shopkeeper, unswayed, maintains composure and subtly addresses the situation, highlighting the challenges of dealing with individuals under the influence.
I'm not even out here trying to get the $30.
Not bang on my.
50 for that.
Jeff, take him out, please.
Better not put it in your car.
How would you?
Man, what the?
In this segment, a discussion ensues about cards and a potential liver transplant. The shopkeeper encounters a situation where the customer's intentions are unclear. Misunderstandings arise, and the shopkeeper skillfully navigates the conversation. The dialogue touches on humorous elements while portraying the complexity of communication in a retail.
Phone call lady. This one time, an elderly woman disrupted the quiet at the pawn shop with her booming phone PC. Well, fellas, y'all better just use it to scroll some pictures of the out west, because I probably think that trip's now canceled.
You ass. You too. Real time for. Oh man!
She slap. Our big boy seeks an appraisal for a ring, and guess who he stumbles upon? None other than Ashley, the queen of quotes in this pawn shop.
I do what I want to do. Bye. Big ass off me. Have a good day.
Pacifier pawn. Seth, our pawn shop hero, encounters quite the character of a customer eager to part with both a TV and a ring. But wait, what's in her mouth?
I'm Seth.
Oh, you cute.
Yeah. So how can I help you?
I'm just bringing, my TV and my ring. Trying to at least walk out with 800.
Let me see your ring.
That's right, lady. Our Seth here wasn't going to crack open with that pacifier or your flirting skills. How about we cut to the chase and look at the valuables?
Her ring was pretty nice. It has diamonds. It's 10 karat gold. Her TV was relatively nice.
And you still answer my question. I said what you wanted.
I know, I said I'm good. So, you need a loan or you want to sell it?
Loan.
Loan? About $300.
Want to taste my ring or lick it?
What did she just say? Well, even if the sun rises from the west, I ain't putting that in my mouth. how about we look for someone who might?
Would you suck on that pacifier for 20 bucks?
You can lick it. I know you want to.
Yeah, you. Ready?
Push fight. Two buddies square off in a pawn shop brawl over one friend's attempt to pawn the other's beloved PlayStation without permission. This calls for drama.
That took my PS, he trying to pawn my shop.
Get my money back.
You know him?
Yeah, that's my roommate. He trying to pawn my your shop, try to get some money off, but I want my PS.
He owe me my is mine.
My back.
Hey, do me a favor. We're not gonna scream, okay?
What's happening here? This ain't your hotel room, spoiled punks. You're just creating a ruckus. Y'all better watch that tone and listen to the pawn majesty.
Angelo, Steve, is that his?
This between,
yes or no?
I mean, we just trying to handle it ourselves.
That's fine. Steve, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Is it Angelo's or yours?
It used to be his.
Okay.
He owe me money. What else supposed
Steve?
to do? My pay bill.
coming
you
on
ain't
this
saying.
side.
Tell you what I'm gonna do.
I got
with
feeling
it.
all my
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
All right, guys, you probably want to take your business outside because there are some customers here who are not in a mood to listen to your story.
Come take
Can I see it? Come with me. You know, I'm a pawnbroker. I'm not a kindergarten teacher. You guys go talk about it amongst yourselves, and when you figure it out, then come back inside, okay? Until then, I don't want to hear you arguing. You grown men, not kids, go on.
All right.
Free grab. The girlfriend decided to pawn her boyfriend's Xbox, and now he's on a crusade to rescue it. Lesson learned, right? Pawning is such a brilliant way to solve everything.
My girlfriend, she came up here and she got rid of my Xbox 360 and I came up here to get it back.
Okay, you get the ticket?
No. I can tell you her name and you can just give me my
I can't
360.
give you any information about somebody else's account.
You just need to give me my stuff.
But our man here forgot that this store needs a police report for such incidents. So how about you keep your volume down, gamer? Instead, this is what he does.
Can I just have my
We can sell you another one.
Well, let me just look for one that I want to grab.
Okay, you go that way. Wait, right
Hey, what
here.
else 360 there,
And
bro?
I'll sell you one. Stop right here.
No, ain't no
And I'll
selling.
sell you one for $200.
No, I can grab one for free.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you
can
heard.
do what?
What in the world was this dude thinking? He was running around like it was a jogging park. But hold on to your seats. Big Joe was here for a run too.
Hey!
Get out of here.
Get the out. Now.
All right,
Don't ever step back.
You gonna make me move?
Get out of my face.
I'm
My
stepping
store. Bye.
Miles. Meter still.
Can you even fathom it? It's none other than a 1982 checkered cab. Whoa, now that's what I call antique. Take a gander at this beauty. It's in remarkable condition. It's evident that the owner showered this car with lots of love and care. Kudos to him.
Did you call for a cab? Did you call for a cab?
Now, hold on to your hats because there's more to this story. Our daring duo, Les and Seth, decided to peek under the hood. Lo and behold, their jaws dropped.
Look at that thing purr. Don't you lose money because you get there quicker? And it all goes...
The engine looks splendid, almost brand new. How cool is that? But wait, there's a fascinating tidbit about this cab. Back in the day, they used to write the rates right on the taxi door itself. Talk about genius. This way, the rates were fixed, making it easier to attract customers. It's a shame we don't see this kind of thoughtful detail nowadays.
The door. Did you see the rates on the door?
Yeah, I did. The shut up one is one I like.
And guess what? This car enthusiast doesn't just have one of these incredible cabs, but a whopping total of 4. 4, my friends! And out of all his prized possessions, he decided to part ways with one and sell it to this very pawn shop.
As long as the price is right and it's in good condition, we can make a profit.
Boy, oh boy, Les and Seth should count their lucky stars. Now brace yourselves for the asking price. This customer is seeking a jaw-dropping $10,000. Can you believe it? Les, being the inquisitive one, questions the reason behind such a hefty sum for what seems to be a mere antique car. Sensibly, Seth suggests that the customer take the car for a spin, just to ensure everything is running smoothly. Perhaps then they'll be able to negotiate a fair price. Good thinking, Seth. Les, ever the insightful one, recognizes that this is not just any ordinary car. It's a masterpiece, a truly unique item. Plus, considering its excellent condition, they can actually turn a profit from it. However, much to their disappointment, the customer refuses to budge below $8,500. Sadly, no deal can be made today. Nonetheless, Les wishes him luck, and we join him in hoping that the right buyer comes along for this exceptional ride. Fingers crossed, this next guy brought in something, and you won't believe what it is.
You want $9.50?
This guy walked in all eager to sell something big, and boy did he deliver. When he unveiled the item, everyone's jaws hit the floor.
Well, I hear you guys buy silver.
We do.
That's a Silver Surfer.
I'm talking about a life-size Silver Surfer from the Fantastic Four. Can you believe it? This thing is massive and made entirely of silver. It's a sight to behold. Now, let me fill you in on the backstory. This customer explains that this Silver Surfer was actually a display piece for the movie Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. They made a total of 1,500 of these bad boys. Can you imagine? But here's the kicker. Is it actually silver?
This is literally just a regular mannequin and plywood.
The customer reveals that this is just a regular mannequin covered in a vacuum metal plastic wrap. He actually got it from a movie theater where he used to advertise. And get this, he owns his own comic book store.
I advertise that, and I own a comic book store. I said,
and that's how he managed to convince the set designer to let him take it home. And the next day, it was proudly displayed in his shop for the next 5 years. Talk about a cool collector's item. Now hold on to your seats, because things are about to get interesting. This guy is asking for a whopping $2,000 for the Silver Surfer. And let me tell you, he seems pretty darn adamant about it. Like, take a look at this.
I want $2,000 for it.
Why?
Ashley, always the one to ask the tough questions, wonders why it's priced so high. The customer confidently explains that outline. It's actually valued at $3,000, and he wants a fair price for it. Oh, and here's a fun fact for you. The Silver Surfer was actually voted one of the top 50 most recognizable comic book heroes in America. Pretty cool, huh? Ashley, being the shrewd businesswoman she is, gives the customer a reality check. She offers him a lesser amount for it, stating that it's the best she can do. But the customer stands his ground and refuses to go below $1,000. That's quite a gap to bridge.
To buy this from you for $500.
But then in comes Seth, our resident genius manipulator. What he does next and how he convinces the customer will truly shock you. Yes, did you see that? He slyly takes out the money, slaps it on the desk right in front of the customer, and presents him with a take it or leave it offer of $900. The tension is palpable. What do you think this man will do?
Take it or leave it.
It's clear that he's holding out for a higher price. Hey, sometimes you gotta stick to your guns. Well, after giving it some serious thought, the customer ultimately did decide this.
It's a pleasure. We're gonna go surfing on home.
See you later.
And walked away from the deal. But wait, there's more. You think Les will let him walk away like this? Les has something up his sleeve, and he does this.
Where I want it.
If you're gonna walk for $50, you're gonna pack it back up, you're gonna take it back.
Well, after mulling it over, the customer finally caved in and agreed to Les's offer. That's the kind of influence Les has, folks. Somehow, people just can't resist his charm. Now, with everyone on the same page, they can all happily move forward. It's smooth sailing.
Horse. Gather around for an interesting story, folks. We've got a woman who had taken her horses to the nearby pawn shop in the hopes of getting some fast money. What an unusual move.
Oh, yeah, watch out. Watch out, we're coming.
Wait.
Wow, I haven't seen it all.
It's a donkey too? You take him?
Let's go. Okay, I'll meet you right out there.
Let's head outdoors, folks. Those horses might get rowdy in the shop. And guess what? It's not just one horse. Take a look at this scene.
I don't know how she did that. She was pretty good. So we got a donkey, we got
Pony.
Pony
and a horse. Do you have a saddle?
Head down, girl, saddle.
Do you have a towel? Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
This is the one we need to buy.
Not that far of a fall.
Our pawn queen seems to fancy those pony sparkles. Time for some horse trading, folks. Let's see if a fair deal makes it way into the picture.
I'll split the second one with you.
125?
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, I just bought a horse. The kids will have fun. I think the family will have fun. I think I should start to learn how to ride it.
That was really crazy, you know. I never had horses in the store before, especially on a stripper pole. Now I'm glad we ended up buying it.
Hovercraft. Hold on to your fans, hovercraft enthusiasts. We've got a real treat for you this time. A fancy hovercraft has rolled into the pawn shop. Get ready for the ride.
A 14-foot hovercraft racing machine, 160-horse thrust engine, plastic honeycomb construction so it'll never rot, fiberglass, composite, Kevlar. This thing is bulletproof.
Enough chatter, guys. How about we put this hovercraft to the test and see how it hovers before we make any serious buying decisions?
That's awesome.
Thanks, man.
Well, it does look like a grown-up's dream toy. But hey, just wait. How about we prepare to watch the expert seal the deal on this thrilling hovercraft?
I'd be happy at 12 grand.
You have to understand where we're at, right? Obviously a pawn shop, so it's gonna be a hard sell.
I'd do 7 grand today.
I mean, it's sweet, there's no question about it. I like it. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to help you out with that.
Boxing kit. The pawn shop just witnessed an incredible moment when Muhammad Ali's son strolled in with his boxing kit. Incredible, right? Now let's see how our expert handles this one.
The son of Muhammad Ali in my store?
I'm here to sell this.
Are you kidding?
The boxing gloves that was actually used for sparring with Joe Frazier in the picture.
So, is your last name the same?
Yes.
Well, folks, it's a jaw-dropper for sure. But before we roll out the red carpet, let's make sure this claim of being Muhammad Ali's son gets a solid verification.
Her father actually got it from Al Davis. Al Davis actually got it from my father as a retirement gift.
So your dad gave this as a gift to somebody. So this is the one he...
This is the robe that he had took a picture in.
So how much did you want for this?
$2,500.
Whoa! Yeah, this might be from a legend. But here's the uppercut. How much do you want for this stuff, son? Here's the boxing deal.
If we're gonna make a deal right now, you can't go a penny less than...
Take $600 for it.
$400.
No, can't do it.
450, 60, 70, 500.
Okay.
You got a deal. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
Redneck. Who said cycling was only a part of childhood? Not for this man. He brings in a super stretched redneck tricycle with a gear shifter that doubles as a beer tap. Yeah, you heard that right.
Did you build this?
Yep, me and my buddy built it. It's got customized spinners. It's got transmission, it's got reverse and everything.
So in other words, you couldn't ride it as a bicycle?
Nope, strictly with the engine. Took a little bit here, a little bit there, and put it all together, and this is what we got.
It's a head scratcher. Our visitor's chicken coop plans might baffle us, but let's stay on track and dive into the intriguing deal at hand. So here's what Les has to add to this.
Can you show me how it works?
Yeah, let's Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Get out the way.
Yes, sir.
Hold it down to get it started.
Oh! Well, ain't that some son of a...
Just when things were getting interesting, that tricycle decided it had enough and broke down on us. Well, isn't that some hard luck this time?
That's a dirty shame that it broke.
It is a dirty shame.
I like it. I like it.
Well, dirty, bring it back when you get some... I will do that. Another cord in there.
This was one of those situations I would have liked to have helped Dirty, but nothing I could do. How you doing today?
Hey, pretty good. How are you?
Real good, thanks. I'm Les.
That's Randall. How are you?
Randall, oh, you got a hell of a grip. Wow. What the hell is it?
Call it a ring.
Okay. I didn't think it was a bus. How'd you get it?
I just got it.
This guy smelled like a brewery. Okay. How much did you want?
I'd like $500 for it.
Why?
Why? Because I need it.
Yeah, I
got
get
2 DUIs.
A person walks into the pawn shop, catching Les's attention. Things start getting interesting right away. The person wants $500 for a ring and shows it to Les. Les, being curious, asks where the ring came from and why they want to sell it. The person gets really mad when Les asks questions. The intensity in the air rises as the person angrily explains why they're selling the ring. Les stays calm, making it a surprising and dramatic moment in the pawn shop.
Well, if it was gold, I'd give you more than $500, but it's not real.
I know it's worth $500 and you're gonna give me $500.
Well, actually, if this was gold, and it was brass, it had no value. I understand. You have cord issues. The problem is,
I need $500 for it.
I'm sure you do.
Man, I don't know why you need.
As the conversation continues, Les drops a bombshell. He tells the person that if the ring were real gold, he'd offer a whopping $2,500. Feeling a glimmer of hope, the customer suggests, just give me the $2,500 then. Expectantly awaiting a positive response, Les, with a touch of humor, reveals the harsh reality. He explains that the ring is fake, not even worth $500, and he won't pay that much for a counterfeit ring.
You gotta give me something for it.
I can't give it to you. I'm sorry.
Give it to me anyway. Man, you can give me something for it. No, you give me something
Just don't
for
beat
it.
on the glass. This guy was drunk.
You give me that ring back. Give me that.
It's the.
I ain't going nowhere. Man, get away from me. Yeah, I go. You man?
In the midst of the ring discussion, a security guard quietly enters, taking a position behind the customer. The customer, desperate, pleads with Les to give him something for the ring, but Les, staying true to his detective skills, rejects the plea, emphasizing the ring's fake nature. Les, sensing trouble, comments that the customer seems drunk, adding another unexpected twist to the escalating situation. As the rejection sinks in, the customer, unable to contain his frustration, sits on the floor, declaring that he won't leave. The tension peaks as he becomes increasingly aggressive. The guard steps into action, forcefully dragging the defiant customer out of the store. But despite being escorted out, the customer continues to yell and make a scene.
Oh boy. I see you sweating.
Yeah.
Must be hot outside.
No, I was doing karate outside.
You're doing karate?
And judo. I'm Bruce Lee's sister.
Really?
Yeah.
As the door jingles, a woman strolls into the pawn shop rocking winter clothes in the summer heat. Now she's chatting with Les, teasing him about the sweltering weather. She even claims to be a martial arts pro, throwing around Bruce Lee's name. The banter kicks off with a request for a karate move demonstration.
She said she was Bruce Lee's sister. So what you got?
The atmosphere takes an unexpected turn when the woman unveils a unique item, a mysterious fox mink. Les, unfamiliar with such creatures, engages in a lighthearted conversation to understand more about this fox mink. The woman, with a hint of mystery, reveals her intention to sell it.
A mink fox?
I don't know. I'm not into animals.
Fox. I've heard of fox. I've heard of mink. So fox mink. Did you want to pause?
As the conversation unfolds, Les dives into the details of the fox mink, trying to grasp its worth. The woman shares anecdotes about the origins of the item, painting a vivid picture of its history. Les, playing the role of the detective, subtly negotiates and gathers information to figure out the best deal.
Sell it. How much did you want for it?
$50,000.
The encounter concluded with the woman deciding to part ways with her fox mink. Les, using his seasoned charm, finalizes the deal. The quirky tale of the winter-dressed woman and her unique pawned item adds an unexpected twist to the usual pawn shop routine, leaving both parties with a memorable experience.
Woman comes in to sell me a high-end bottle of liquor. Ma'am, I'm
Is that what you're saying? You have no respect. When you want to take a person when they die,
fit the liquor inside the bottle.
and anytime you're going to belittle a person.
Ma'am, I didn't belittle you.
As the door chimes, the woman confidently walks in, clutching an empty liquor bottle. She aims for a bold move, attempting to pawn the bottle for a cool $100. Les, with his discerning eye, swiftly rejects the proposal, explaining that a filled bottle would fetch a better price. The woman, not thrilled with the response, raises her voice, demanding respect and expressing her discontent.
I'll give you $100.
It's not worth more than $100.
Especially when you say I wouldn't give you $100.
Don't you ever walk up to my
Baby,
dad.
Hey, baby, don't point your finger.
Life after this,
Ma'am.
don't you dare ever
Ma'am,
come in
you
here
are
again.
in my face.
I don't care. You're in my dad's store, and don't you ever think about coming in here
You know
again.
what?
Turn your ass around, badass out the door now.
Nowhere, Ashley steps up like a superhero. Now, she doesn't just cool things down, she straight up shuts the woman down. With confidence, Ashley tells her to leave and never come back. Suddenly, the chaos turns into quiet, thanks to Ashley's quick and firm action.
Son of a bitch. Where the hell is he? Rich! He's on the floor. People are waiting to pay us for their merchandise. He's not there. We're losing money.
I
I'd had Rich's back.
In the heart of the pawn shop, Les faces a moment of frustration and disbelief. The absence of Rich, a trusted ally for over 2 decades, leaves Les feeling betrayed. The urgency of customers waiting to make payments adds to the tension, and the weight of loyalty becomes a central theme in this unexpected turn of events.
Since the first day he came here, over 20 years ago. I feel betrayed. Didn't I just have an employee meeting to tell everybody that they need to step up on their game? I'm watching you and Bobby J talk to these 2 girls. You're out there trying to sweet talk them, trying to bull with them. I'm looking for you in layaway. Where the hell are you?
I gotta sit in layaway all day long and just wait for something to happen?
As the minutes tick away, the atmosphere inside the pawn shop grows more intense. Les reflects on his long-standing support for Rich, highlighting his sense of loyalty that spans a quarter century. He recalls a recent employee meeting where he emphasized the need for everyone to step up their game. Disappointment and frustration seep into his words as he confronts the situation, a pawn shop mystery intertwined with personal and professional loyalties.
I'm watching you and Bobby J talk to these 2 girls. They're out there trying to sell their jewelry. You're out there trying to sweet talk them, trying to bull with them. They end up walking out the front door. You put me in a position that you were the next to go.
In this pivotal moment, Les delivers a stern warning to a fellow employee, Bobby J. The scene unfolds with Les observing interactions and attempts at sweet-talking customers. The threat of termination looms as he recounts the consequences of letting down the team. The dialogue underscores the severity of the situation and the potential impact on job security. Tension rises as Les grapples with the repercussions of the unfolding events.
Rich, I'm out. Tell your dad to off.
You up your job.
As the confrontation escalates, Les draws a line in the sand. The ultimatum is clear: compliance or termination. The final seconds capture the raw emotion and frustration of a loyal employee who feels unappreciated and misunderstood.
He knew he was in trouble once we walked through that door. Joe, what did you steal from me? Tell me the truth.
Inside the pawn shop, a sense of trouble looms as the head of security, Joe, faces a difficult moment. The air is heavy with anticipation as accusations are laid out. In a tense exchange, the truth emerges when Joe admits to stealing. The weight of the admission sets the stage for the unraveling of a trusted employee's actions.
The detectives call in uniformed officers to put the cuffs on. And then he reaches into his pocket and pulls out an assortment of jewelry worth over $7,000.
As the admission hangs in the air, the situation takes an unexpected turn. Detectives call in uniformed officers to apprehend Joe. A place built on trust is now shaken to its core as the true extent of the betrayal unfolds.
You go this way. This is my loyalist point, my head of security, guy that I trust.
The arrest unfolds and reality sinks in for the pawn shop owner. The disbelief is evident as a devoted employee, the head of security for the previous 3 years, is carried away in handcuffs. The emotional weight of the betrayal is clear in the owner's voice, which expresses the anguish of putting trust in someone who later proved dishonest.
If he was, he could be anyone.
As the scene unfolds, questions linger in the air. The owner ponders the possibility of Joe working with someone else, leaving the situation shrouded in uncertainty. The aftermath of the betrayal raises concerns about potential accomplices and adds another layer to the unfolding drama. The final seconds leave the audience in suspense, contemplating the true extent of the security guard's actions.
Elephant skull haggle. Oh, guess what? No fancy sofa, no blingy ring, and no one-of-a-kind car to pedal? No worries. How about you trade an elephant skull for some greens? Because that's normal, right?
Skull of an elephant.
Really?
Very unusual.
It's very unusual.
My best friend had it, passed away, and I inherited this one. It's where the tusks were.
I understand that. It came from Africa?
Yeah, right.
Well, I
So-
can promise you nobody has ever brought in an elephant skull, ever. That I can
Little
tell you.
unique.
Ever wondered where one finds a thing like that? Well, surprise, surprise, there's a thriving market for massive elephant skulls. Yeah, you heard it right. Skull heads!
1,000. That's as low as I'm gonna go.
Let me talk to my elephant expert.
Africans are buying now for $2,300 and the Asians are $1,900.
The good part was, it's worth the money. There is a demand for elephant skulls, but I'll be damned if I'm giving it away.
Okay, peeps. When Les locks onto something, prepare for a solar eclipse, because he's not releasing his grip. Anyway, there's a plot twist in this pawn shop drama.
I got $700 bills waiting.
$750.
$700. And if you think it's worth $50 for you to schlep it home,
It is.
Schlep it.
It isn't.
Schlep it.
I'll give it to you for $7.
You got a deal. Thank you very much.
Thank
Come
you.
right
Thank
over
you.
here. We'll
Thank
take
you.
care
All
of
right.
it. All right.
Yeah.
Mark, thank you.
Bone Rattler. Okay, people, the granddaddy of speed in the house. Ready to snatch up a drag racing car from the pawn shop? Who knew shuffleboard was just a warm-up?
This guy is an expert. He knows all about drag racers. So does Jeff. Jeff is my jeweler, but he's much more knowledgeable with engines than I am. The guy that sold it to me said it cost him $85,000 to put it together.
Probably clipping along at about 250 miles an hour. Fire this puppy up.
I don't know how to start it.
Gather around, youngsters. We got a drag racing sage here, boasting a mere 30 years under his belt. So the wisdom dump is here, as he schools the pawn shop owner.
You know how to start him?
Sure.
I knew you did. How long you been racing dragsters?
For about 30 years.
Oh.
You ready for this?
I'm ready when you are.
All right, Mr. Been There, Done That. Let's see if your drag racing tales can seal this deal or take a nosedive. Now, coming straight to the negotiation.
20 grand.
7,500.
I don't think so. If you give me the money today, 15,000. I'll throw the skeletons in for free. We have a deal for 15,000?
I guess so.
Thank you very much.
Have a good
Enjoy
day.
your new car.
Mechanical Bull. Ah, the good old days of Wild West bull riding and rugged cowboys. Some dude missed the memo that it's not exactly the trendiest scene nowadays. Time to catch up, y'all.
Going for a ride in my parking lot, or what are we doing?
Let's have a little fun, girl.
We're trying to sell our mechanical bull. Why do you have it? A Western-themed restaurant bar before, and that was the theme. We put the bull into the bar.
Well, slap on those cowboy hats. We got ourselves a scene here. But seriously, who's taking bets on whether they can wrangle a decent price for that rodeo-style bull riding?
Well, let's say you were to buy these brand new. How much do they cost?
They cost around $15,000 to $20,000.
How much do you want?
$15,000.
So if I was to buy this brand new or buy this used from you, it's the same price.
Rental companies rent these out for $750 a day. There's a lot of revenue potential.
Ah, man, sad to see these alpha men taking back their bull home. But folks, hold on to your hats. Maybe Ashley has something else in her mind.
3,000 right now.
45.
31.
39, you pack it up. That's my bottom dollar.
34.
I can't do it.
Sorry, good luck.
Dr. Death's van. Step right up, viewers. You've heard of Dr. Death, but today's highlight is the van that spotlights as the ride for assisted suicides. Because nothing says vacation like a one-way ticket, right?
This is a 1968 Volkswagen van owned by Dr. Death, Jack Kevorkian.
By Dr. Death.
This is the actual van that he did his first and several other assisted suicides in.
Jack Kevorkian was an iconic figure in the city of Detroit.
We're not aiming for a Valley of Chrome farewell tour this time. Mr. Big Bucks here wants a six-figure sum. Brace yourselves, because Les has his few concerns all queued up.
It is a piece of history.
I like buying weird.
You won't find another one.
The problem is, it doesn't make sense to spend six figures on something like this for me.
Well, you either love it or hate it.
But I love it. This is definitely a piece of Detroit.
A van oozing that delightful combo of creepiness and death vibes. So legit. However, why not throw in another expert opinion? Let's see how that went.
So 10,000 ain't gonna buy it.
No, I'm in the six-figure range.
20 grand?
No.
25 grand. 30 grand.
50 grand?
30.
One time. 50.
30 cash right now.
Bizarre bikini. Check out this granny of the century who strolls into the pawn shop with an elderly figure that has a lot to do with, I don't know. You have a look and maybe you decide.
Which is the doll?
I heard that. I'm undressing her.
What can I say? A really nasty looking woman, but a very cool item.
Yep, that's about accurate. You just saw a long-legged granny in a bikini. All the efforts are done in the name of art. However, our granny here invested in this model.
How much did you want for this thing?
I'd like to get $500 for it. This thing is art.
It's a very cool item, but not for that price. She's really cute. I mean, she's really fun to look at, but it's not going to be even close to 500 bucks.
Never mind, that was gonna be a deal breaker. Unless Les had some more quotes to add to the art piece, this stirs things up for the selling mix.
Here this woman was playing my game, and I was losing.
200.
190. I'll take her.
Will he stop?
Okay, schlep it home.
You know, I heard my dad saying it wasn't worth the extra $10. Bull.
She wants 200.
Latex vacuum bed. Look who's spicing up the pawn shop scene. This dynamic duo's got a latex vacuum fetish bed up for grabs. You know, just your average afternoon errand.
Latex vacuum bed.
A what?
A latex vacuum bed.
So you have sex with latex?
Pretty much.
It's like the autoerotic asphyxiation is what
Pretty
it is,
much,
right?
yeah.
Bobby J surprisingly knew exactly what this thing was.
All right, I was wondering, who needs candlelit dinners when you can have vacuum-sealed intimacy? I'm not here to judge. However, here's a quick demonstration.
Is it normally when Felix has his hand over his mouth? Normally what they like.
I actually used it.
Are you breathing? There we go.
Not gonna work. It's working.
Everyone's a critic when it comes to, what's the word? Innovative sleeping arrangements. Yeah, there we go. And we aren't sure if that ever went up for the big sale.
Used it.
So how could you not want to do this with him?
Because I don't want to suffocate.
It's not for everybody. I'm familiar with the bed. Very much so.
Just imagine having sex now. He don't have to hold you.
Perfect. Well, now we got that out of the way.
Watch your punk ass up, but you ain't getting my motherfucking car. You said, bitch. I got my laptop home. I ain't leaving this bitch till you give me my money. I need my mother
Time to go.
No.
My friend's laptop. Are you low on cash? How about you swipe your laptop, hoping to make a quick profit at the nearest pawn shop? If you want to give it a try, just watch what you're heading into.
What the hell? You mean to tell me you don't stole my damn laptop and I don't blame them damn kids for this damn laptop? All this damn. That's how you don't blame me? We supposed to be friends. Got me up. Taking my laptop.
Ugh, that tension, right, folks? However, our big boss Les was unable to fully comprehend the conflict. And he couldn't care less. These people were just up to making a fool of themselves.
I think that these women were fighting over laptops.
Watch your punk ass home, bitch. Watch your punk ass home. Cause you ain't getting my motherfucking car. You bitch. I got my laptop home.
But we, being a sucker for drama, sorted it all out. Apparently, somebody's valued belongings were stolen by their BFF. What chance do they have of surviving this unthinkable betrayal?
My laptop all this time, and I'm taking these down.
Okay. All right, that's enough. That's enough.
All this time, my laptop was missing, but I got my laptop. That's all that matters.
All right.
Earring error. In the dazzling world of pawn shops, we find a woman aiming to part ways with her prized earrings. But only if things were that simple, then there wouldn't be a whole show made out of it.
I'm here to pawn these earrings.
Okay.
Trying to get $350 for them.
Why do you need the money?
It's none of your business why I need the money. Pawn my mother jewelry.
We all know that our big boss here has quite a keen eye for the merchandise he deals with. And warning, you better watch out if you try to sell him a knockoff.
These are real.
They are real earrings. They're just not real diamonds.
They are.
No, they're
yes,
not.
they are real. How the you gonna tell me just by looking at my that they not real?
They're not real.
As things were getting hot, the woman kept getting non-negotiable. That definitely makes a reality TV treat. Keep it coming, girls.
Ladies that act like ladies are treated like ladies.
No, it don't work like I ain't leaving this bitch till you give me my money. I need my mother everything.
Time to go.
Stubborn guy. Our Mr. Clumsy here managed to turn his girlfriend's car all wrecked up. Now, he's off to pawn his genius-level ideas to fix the car and his relationship.
I need to pay my court fees. I got a DUI, crashed my car. Well, her car. I took her car with a couple friends.
You just need to get as much as you can.
It's not your damn business. I'm here for you.
All full of himself, he went all gangsta mode on Seth, trying to get money for 2 of his rings. Did it work? Nope. However, things were about to get more annoying.
What's the highest you'd go?
$900.
That's ridiculous.
Tell them what it is.
No, don't tell me what to do. Stop talking. Stand behind me.
What's the problem?
to understand behind me. This is men talking right now.
Our boy's respect for his girlfriend shines through as the negotiations heat up. Hold on to your seat, because this encounter was a true lesson in having proper manners.
Maybe we should just take the money.
That. Stop talking. Just
Dude,
stop
seriously,
talking.
why are you
Just
such an
stop.
ass?
No, you need.
No, I don't need to. You're my store.
This
It is my
property.
business. It's not your property.
Do I
She's her
tell
own
your
person.
property what to do?
Hopefully one day she'll wisen up, move on, and realize that this guy's complete.
A guy strolls in all casual, claiming he scored these concert mics from a crowd toss-up. Seth, in disbelief, questions the absurdity of magically finding zipped-up mics in a wild crowd. Cue the suspicious eyebrows.
Keep an eye on him. Hi, how are you? I'm from American Jewelry. I have a gentleman down here who is trying to sell me some microphones. Are you missing some? Exactly, I've got them. You're gonna need to come down here. All right, thanks. Ash, call the cops.
Hi, this is American Jewelry, and we have stolen merchandise. Thank you.
Seth gets into detective mode, calling the venue to verify if they're missing any mics. Well, turns out they are. Cue the dramatic music and the plot thickens vibes.
How much were you looking for?
$100 a piece if possible.
About 75 a piece.
That works.
Who the are these kids now? Are these his friends? So we're waiting for the police to come.
Okay.
They're leaving.
No, man, you can't leave. The cops told us to hold you here.
Why? I'm not the person that came
We're
up
all
trying
involved
to
in the
do
group. That's the way it works. Until we know what's going on, that's the way it's going to be. So if you want us to have a seat till the cops get here.
Suddenly, the situation's hotter than a jalapeno in July. Seth's on the phone with the cops while the shady mic holder is sweating bullets. Security's on high alert as Seth tries to play cool, but it's chaos. Cue the circus music. So Ashley's caught in the middle of a classic family feud at the pawn shop. Dad's all like, "Close the door, Ashley, we need to talk." But it's not a cozy little chat. It's more of a what the heck's going on kind of situation. Turns out there's drama about TVs and Rich, and Ashley's like, "I used to run this joint, dude." Cue the fireworks.
Always pinpointing at the bathroom.
always done
Can you
good.
stop talking over me? You don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate anything I do here. I don't understand. We're family. You treat me like I'm a piece of What the Do you ever point out the good stuff I do here? I don't understand. We're family. You treat me like I'm a piece of You inside. I don't even know what to do
I'm
anymore.
taking the store side.
Ashley is laying it all out. Now she's feeling underappreciated, like she's stuck in some kind of twisted family drama sitcom. She gets irritated and eventually walks out of the room.
Then I quit. I'm done.
You're not done.
What?
You're not done. Ashley, one last time. If you walk out that door, don't ever come.
What just happened?
Ashley just quit. She walked out that door. She's not happy with the way we treat her.
I cannot deal with it. I'm out. I don't care what he says to bring me back. I'm done.
When you allow your emotions to run a business, it's the worst thing she could ever do. You're gonna lose.
But if you thought that was it, there's another surprise twist as Ashley drops a bombshell openly declaring that she quits and that she's done, and then she pieces out, leaving everybody in shock. But Les is stuck scratching his head, wondering what the heck just happened. But Ashley has made up her mind. Emotions run wild and business gets a kick in the gut. Classic pawn shop drama. Get ready to chuckle as we witness an overenthusiastic customer diving headfirst into negotiations with Ashley over a watch. With all the finesse of a bull in a china shop, he throws out a laughable offer of just $75. Ashley, ever the comedic genius, bats it away with a playful smirk. But hold on to your hats, folks, because our customer isn't done yet. He dramatically ups the ante to a jaw-dropping $599 despite the watch being worth nowhere near that amount.
Now, before you say something, now I'm gonna be honest with you. This right here, it's worth a lot of money. So this, I should get some change back. Hold on, wait a minute. This is worth, look at it. 2 and add 3 more zeros with it. 2,000, baby. Me out, and guess what? You gotta give me some change.
Our intrepid negotiator isn't about to back down. With the confidence of a superhero, he insists that this watch is worth its weight in gold. quite literally. He even flaunts a fat stack of cash, convinced that he's about to seal the deal. But Ashley, bless her heart, isn't buying it. She keeps a straight face as our customer sails further into the sea of absurdity, refusing to cave to his outlandish demands.
Okay, and it's worth $2,000. It's rare to find a $2 bill that got red in it. Now tell me they ain't worth $2,000.
I'm about to go deaf right now.
Well, don't more than that around your neck. You understand me? You little chunky, draws-looking person.
Okay.
Now hold on to your sides before they split, because things are about to get even funnier. As our customer cranks up the theatrics, Ashley's amusement hits an all-time high. With a twinkle in her eye, she gently reminds him that the watch isn't exactly a crown jewel. But our negotiator, bless his delusional heart, won't take no for an answer. Ashley keeps her cool, relishing every moment of this side-splitting showdown.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Okay. You owe bologna sandwich. Y'all ain't got no money.
Okay. Have a good day.
Big Mouth is hungry. Real funny, man. Y'all be killing me. I'll pawn you. Matter of fact, that $2 bill, you gonna...
And now the moment we've all been waiting for, the finale. Our customer's frustration approaches a boiling point, but Ashley, ever the queen of comedy, doesn't miss a beat. She continues to milk the situation for all it's worth, leaving our customer red-faced and defeated. And just like that, he storms off, leaving us in stitches as he hilariously fails his attempt at negotiation. Next up, we've got a furniture fiasco as a man discovers a one-of-a-kind table, only to have their excitement interrupted by another customer demanding that they vacate the throne. But the first customer's not moving.
Get your ass over and shut up.
Get off that bed.
No, I ain't getting no.
Get off that bed.
What the you gonna do, baby?
Who do you think you are to talk to me like that?
If you let me, I'll be slapping that ass. You're talking to, mother. Back up. I take my ass out of here. Man, really? You don't think so? You don't think so?
Tension skyrocket amidst the customer's verbal barrage, but fear not, for Ashley steps in, serving sass and shutting down the disrespectful discourse. Honestly, with Ashley, who needs a savior in sparkling armor?
Here's the way it's gonna roll. You don't disrespect my daughter in my store. Get the out of here. If this guy ever shows his face in this store again, we're gonna kick his ass. You're gonna get your hands off me, man. Really or what? We go back, disrespecting my daughter like that?
Ultimately, Les has to step in and settle the score by enforcing the rule and ejecting the unruly patron. With one stern glance, Les sends the troublemaker packing, restoring peace and reminding everybody that disrespect isn't welcome in his kingdom. The scene kicks off with Grandma storming into the pawn shop, demanding her money back for a purse that she claims is fake. Now she's not holding back, loudly insisting on a refund while the audience can't help but applaud her fiery entrance. You don't want to mess with a grandma on a mission, so she demands to restore her sense of humor before anything else happens. She insists on getting her money back, saying that the purse she purchased was just as phony as a $3 bill.
You don't need a second. Do you have the receipt?
I didn't give you a second when I gave you my money.
Ma'am, I'm trying not to really...
You took my money and I won't.
Show me the receipt.
I don't have a receipt. You sold me this purse.
Baloney. So when did you buy it?
I bought it a week ago.
Les tries to maintain his cool amidst Grandma's escalating tantrum. Now he asks for the receipt, but Grandma didn't expect that curveball. Now she intensifies her demand for a refund, saying she isn't playing games with her hard-earned money, even without a receipt in hand. Now, Les's justifications aren't going to hold water with her. She wants her money, and she wants it now.
From me.
From you. This is tarnished.
You know what that stands for? What does that stand?
I want my money.
There will be...
Now put your hands on me.
No smoking. Ma'am, there will be no smoking in the store. No smoking.
Smoking in the store. I got to calm my
Put your cigarette
I'm
out,
not
miss.
putting my cigarette out.
Put your cigarette out.
Get your hands off me.
Put your cigarette out, miss. Miss, come here.
Get your hands off me. I'm not.
Just when you think the situation can't get any more ridiculous, Grandma takes out her cigarette and lights up in the store. Les, however, ain't having any of that and warns her right away that smoking isn't permitted anywhere, especially in his store. Grandma, however, is in no mood to follow the rules, leading to a showdown where Les tries to put out her cigarette while she vehemently refuses.
Smoking in the store. I got to calm my nerves. I'm not putting my cigarette out.
Put your cigarette out.
Get your hands off me.
Put your cigarette out, miss. Miss, come here. Get your hands off me. I'm not.
I'm bending over backwards to appease this granny. I'm trying to be professional and I'm trying to give you courtesy.
Give me my money. That's all I want is my money.
As the literal smoke clears, Grandma's still not backing down. She demands her money with a threat of legal action, insisting that she'll see Les in court. Les, exasperated, finally agrees to give her the refund just to get her out of his hair. But even as he tries to make things right, Grandma ain't done. She wants a card because she's ready to sue his butt. And with that threat hanging in the air, she finally storms out, leaving Les bewildered and relieved.
All I want is my money. Give me a card, because I'm going to sue your ass.
Okay, I'll see you in court. Goodbye.
Get your hands off me. Yeah, right.
All right.
Stupid ass mother.
Go ahead.
Whatever. She does not remind me of my grandmother.
And just when Les thinks the ordeal's over, Grandma turns back with one final threat. She's gonna bust his window. Now Les tries to reason with her, but Grandma's not having it. She's ready to throw down. But Les, with a mix of frustration and amusement, challenges her to try. As she storms out for the last time, Les can't help but reflect on how she's nothing like his own grandma, leaving the audience in stitches at the absurdity of it all. And that's it for today. Thanks for being a part of the Hardcore Pawn adventure with us. We hope you like the drama and surprises. And make sure you stay tuned for more pawn shop stories. See you next time.
That's right.
No, I'm not. And you're not going to come in here demanding money from me.
How would you?
Man.
Customers usually go through several stages when they hear that their item's not as valuable as they thought. The first is disbelief, followed by denial, anger, and even assault. In this video, we see a woman who assaults a security guard. Another insults and body shames Ashley, and one almost takes a swing at Les. The thing all these people have in common is that they were shocked at the real value of their item.
Yes, ma'am.
I was coming to pawn my ring because I have to pay my rent. It was due a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Why you keep looking at my ring like that is real? I mean, what, you want the studs on my lip or something?
Pawning it. I'm not buying it. You're just pawning it. You want to pawn it? Keep control of herself. I don't know what the hell her problem was. I don't give a what her problem was. She's lucky my security staff didn't beat her ass.
There's never a shortage of people who don't know their item is fake. The truth makes this woman explode at Les, but she never stands a chance because Les has backup.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Ashley.
I'm Nana.
Nana.
Mm-hmm. I called up here and I got an estimate price and they told me that I could get $400 for these.
You called up here and got an estimated price.
Yeah.
Who did you talk to?
Nicole?
Nicole. Over the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
But we don't see them over the phone. She is lying.
Where Nikki at?
Nikki.
Nicole.
Well, which is it, Nicole or Nikki?
Listen, it's real diamonds. All I know is I need my $400.
All right. I'm looking at the diamonds, and I know right off the bat the weight is just not gonna make it. I know I am not gonna be able to help her. I can do 185. No, I'm not, and you're not gonna come in here demanding money from me.
Yes, I am, because that's what I called for. Nikki! What? No, Nikki! Where this bitch at?
She all of a sudden darted away from me, started screaming for Nikki. It was like a bat out of hell.
Where this...
A customer comes in to pawn her jewelry, but she's not ready for what Ashley has to say about it.
Excuse me.
Nikki!
First of all, you're not gonna scream in my store.
Well, first of all, you're not gonna walk up on me either.
This is Nikki, and
they told me that they was gonna give me $400.
Oh, so look at
and
these.
Now they telling me that I can't get my money and I need it now.
Don't you dare.
I need my money right now.
I don't know what this chick was talking about. She was very confused, but I know one thing for certain. Nana needed to go.
Hey, you like that?
Well, you disrespected me, my store.
Y'all bitches.
Okay.
Everybody in this mother y'all.
Joe.
All y'all.
Okay, have a good day.
And kiss my ass.
Keep walking. Bye. Nana.
You bitch. All you mother.
Give me a headache.
Nana's smart enough to leave before security throws her out, but she makes sure that she's got the last word.
Hi. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm well. I'm here today. I want to pawn my computer. I'm trying to get my son into a technical high school. I know it's ugly, but it's
No, I didn't say it was ugly. How much you looking to get?
Like 175. Oh, that's not enough. I really wish you could give me like 150.
Have you ever had it in pawn before?
Yeah, I'm a gold card member.
Get it for you for the same amount that you've had it in for.
You consider the fact that I've been patronizing this business since '97?
I really appreciate
you not giving me what I want.
Well, I don't give everybody what they want.
Miss 7?
Are you done?
No, I'm not done.
Okay. Do you want the 100?
No, I don't.
Okay, then goodbye.
This customer walks in with a laptop and a price that just won't cut it. Ashley knows this one's gonna have to go.
What do you mean goodbye?
You can walk out the store.
I can. But am I gonna walk out?
You will.
Who's gonna make me? I want to see somebody make me leave up out of this motherfucker. Not giving me what I want.
Well, I don't give everybody what they want.
150.
Well, if you had
as
something
a patron that's been patron since '97.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done. I want to see somebody make me leave up out of this motherfucker.
Are you a lady or are you a child?
I don't give a what I am. And don't think that you won't. Because all I got to do is make a phone call.
You know what?
Well, get out. I'm not going out of here.
Get out.
Me out. Don't touch me. Do not touch me.
Get out of my store now.
I've been patronizing this business since '97.
You have an English degree, right?
No, I don't. Yeah.
Despite Ashley's efforts to help her, the woman goes ballistic. Felix, the security guard, escorts the woman out, but she doesn't go quietly.
I was coming in to try and get like $1,500 for this.
Okay.
I'm trying to get my baby daddy out of jail, and I've been really trying to work things out with us. I love him dearly. I was his first phone call, you know, so that lets me know that he loves me.
Huh?
No, not $50. I want $1,500
I'm sorry,
for these.
I can't help you with that.
I said.
I don't care what you said.
I said I want $1,500.
I'm not giving you $1,500.
$1,500.
I am not giving you.
To get my man out, okay? I want $1,500. What part of that you ain't understanding?
You need a hug.
No, don't give me no damn hug.
Oh, you need a hug.
I don't want no damn hug. Get off of me.
Good day, baby.
I don't want no hug from you.
Sure.
I don't want no hug from you. Kiss my ass.
Gave her a hug.
The woman comes in to trade baseball cards. However, the only thing she manages to do was initiate a shouting match with Ashley. This one is put out the door fast.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What can I help you with?
Either trying to get a loan on it or you guys can buy it. Mm-hmm. Trying to sell it for maybe like $150.
It's $50.
Then you know this costs way more than this.
Okay, but I'm not going to pay you for the amount that you think it's worth because it's stained. This is not one of the newer ones. This is not this season. I know about purses.
But you're still willing to buy for $50 though. So if it wasn't worth, why would you even say $50?
So they didn't say it wasn't worth. Leave
Can
our
I
store.
talk to somebody else? Why do I have to talk to you?
Because
You disrespectful.
I'm disrespectful and you call me a pepperoni ass?
Ugly ass bitch. You're
Now
not
what?
the owner. The owner is the other man. You must have. How you get here? You your way to the top.
You.
Customers are just shocked when they're told the real value of their item, but this customer's just straight up disrespectful.
How much you want to spend? I got $70. I've seen them for $70 to $80 at other pawn shops. Yeah? With 2 games.
Put it in as long as you'd like.
Does it come with a warranty?
It comes with an as-is warranty.
Need a PlayStation 3 for $70.
I sell them for $100.
What you gonna do?
Oh no.
The PlayStation's really hot stuff at the moment, but the customer who wants one is far from hot. He's mostly just hot-headed.
I ain't been shot already. What? Ain't nothing here. You're just another door guy to me. Yeah.
Throw it down. Throw it on $70.
I ain't. Oh, you don't have it.
Have a good day. Have a good day.
Hey, what you think?
What you mean? What is all that about? What is all that about?
No, this one level beat your ass down here. What? Think you all that? Oh, bitch. You right here.
And a couple empties in there, buddy.
What?
You big.
The guy went from shocked to shouting in a heartbeat. Unfortunately for him, the pawn shop doesn't tolerate that nonsense.
And not real.
What? No, these is real. Look, when you holding up to the light, ding, you hear that? Ding, that's the diamond sound.
Don't you think I would offer you money for them?
No, I know what this is. Why your big ass standing here? What the you want? So you can give me my $300. Whatever, Tomei, my ass haters. Haters. Bye.
Have a nice day.
The next customer is a lady with diamonds from her fiance, or so she thinks. Les breaks the bad news to the lady, but she's got a hard time accepting the facts.
Hello.
Hi.
Can I help you?
If I'm trying to pawn this,
35 millimeter, right?
yeah,
How much are you looking for?
just about $30. Got my baby's birthday coming up and just need a couple of extra dollars to help out. Stuff situated for him.
What do you have planned?
For his birthday,
Mhm.
a birthday party, you know, cake, ice cream.
To try and get money from us. And the kid ratted her out saying, yeah, my birthday's in 2 months. There's a little bit of time you have before then to come back and hopefully have something of value.
And I really would have appreciated any little thing that you could have gave me.
10 years ago.
This is some bull because y'all could have took this camera. You could have gave me $30.
The innocence of a child didn't allow this woman to cash in on her worthless camera. She was pretty shocked her lies didn't work on Seth.
How are you?
How are you today?
Good. What you got?
My bracelet on my phone. My baby daddy gave it to me. It would be so mad.
Curtain tiebacks.
What are you telling me?
You know this isn't real.
What do you mean it's not real?
Well, it's a real bracelet.
You know what?
It's a
Obviously,
real.
you don't know what
Listen.
you're talking
Okay,
about.
fine.
You're
fair enough.
probably
Don't
right.
trip, okay? Don't trip. I'm about to call him right now.
Sometimes people get presents, and sometimes when they get their presents, the people that give it to them tell them a lie.
He said this bracelet costs $500.
It would be more
What are you
500.
talking about?
He's
Anywhere.
lying to you.
Baby, did you give me some fake gold? Did you give me some fake gold? Really? Did you give me fake gold? This ain't love, baby. You said you was gonna marry me one day.
Okay. Have a very nice day. Thank you.
Man, this. What the is you talking about? Have a nice day. I have a nice day when
Okay,
you
then
give me
don't
some
have
nice service.
Right?
You know what, y'all? I'm about to take it to a real jewelry store that knows something. That's what I'm gonna do.
The amount of men who give their women fake jewelry in Detroit is absolutely crazy. This woman is shocked, betrayed, and angry when she learns the real value of her jewelry.
Hey, I was wondering what you could get me on a loan for the PS3. We're on a mission now, a real mission, to get my brother out of jail.
All of a sudden, the cop just stopped us because one of our lights were off in the back of our brake. Bought it $300, I got $150, and now I'm here, ended up with his brother trying to sell his video game system on his games and the controller. See what we could do with that.
95 is close. I get to 100 for you.
100, mama.
I can't.
100.
I normally would have given $80 on this game unit. I went $15 over, and that wasn't even good enough. But too bad I couldn't help her out because I wanted to help her. But I hope she can find the money.
Two customers come into the pawn shop on a noble mission of freedom. However, Ashley lets them down easily, but at least they take it better than most customers in this video.
Pawn shop because we, you know, is in need of money. And we're trying to pawn this VCR and this TV. Okay, will you put it on there like that? And you wouldn't. Where's the income? You want to go to the So what?
I was ready for them to have a full-out brawl out there.
Get your ass on somewhere.
No, get your ass on, hockey ass. I tell all ladies and everything.
Can I help you guys? Why are you guys fighting?
I kicked this. What he said, you know, it was offensive.
What are you looking for on TV? Sell it. Actually, yeah, we gonna pawn this. No, the TV didn't get dropped.
20.
It works. $20. All right, 20 will work.
Hey, you can each get 10.
Oh, you agree now?
All right, just give it to this gentleman. We're gonna do this for 20. Let's go online, get your ticket, and get your cash.
This is a general conversation.
Okay, well, we still in a relationship though.
Tiffany, seriously, maybe you should go in the parking lot and
You're
just wait
right.
for him.
You're right. I am gonna wait in the parking lot.
Freckles really pretty. I like that.
A chaotic couple barely makes it to the pawn shop before smashing one of their items in an argument. The couple is more sad than shocked that they've rendered their items worthless.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing all right. I've got a ring I want you to take a look at for me.
You know what it is?
They're diamonds.
They're not diamonds. That's cubic zirconium and silver.
Okay.
Not interested.
I know what this is.
I'm telling you, I can't give you any money for it.
I know it has value, and I'm really, really upset right now.
So,
I've worked for an attorney. I know my rights.
Don't touch me! You're an idiot! You're an idiot! Oh, yeah! Yeah, what a gentleman you are! Anybody? Woman, what? Get me out of here! Get away! Get away!
4 times she hit me. Granny, 4 times.
Why would I not give her money if it was worth it?
She hit me 400. I thought you were smiling when she was doing that.
This woman can't believe her diamonds are actually not diamonds. If you like seeing angry senior citizens, then this grandma's got you covered like a quilt.
So, I'm here to sell my yays and stuff.
Okay.
Cartier. I paid $5,300.
For these?
Yeah, I overpaid.
Uh-huh. They're fashion designer glasses. Really cool gold diamonds. For those particular frames, there's a huge demand, but not for that price. How much you want for these?
The lowest I'll take probably like 40 for it. All right, give me 35. You give me 35?
1,000.
What you mean? You making too much money now.
I sell this stuff cheap, man.
Look, I ain't pay 1,000 for these.
I know
feel
you
me?
didn't. I can feel you.
But dang, you don't feel me, you know what I mean?
I can feel you.
You see how he talking? Talking like a kid and
You don't know who the I
Man,
am.
you
You don't know where the I was raised.
Like
and
I
you're just
said,
talking.
Well, flat out, man. I ain't leaving, dog.
Come on, baby. Young buck. What's up, baby?
Man, we out. You on that petty shit, dog. That petty ass money you offering. That's why ain't nobody with y'all. You feel me?
I feel you.
Les is offered a cool pair of glasses, but he knows they're not cool enough to be worth what the customer's asking. The customer doesn't take the news well at all.
Welcome to the channel, guys.
Okay. Oh my God. Get your hands off.
Blurry-faced guy.
We'll buy this and pawn this and that and give you $350 total.
Get set for a crazy moment in this pawn shop. The shopkeeper and a customer are going at it in a big argument, trying to make a deal or who knows what. But wait for it. Out of the blue, 2 dudes in fancy clothes with blurry faces bust in like old school detectives. The shopkeeper's scratching his head, clueless, but here's the kicker. Those blurry-faced guys are undercover detectives on a secret mission. It's like a scene straight out of a comedy movie.
The detectives have arrived. I need to tell them what's been happening and show them the evidence.
Hold on to your laughter because this is pure comedy chaos. The second those detectives waltz in, the shopkeeper's freaking out like he's been caught selling magical beans or who knows what. These detectives are all business, channeling serious Sherlock vibes after an espresso overdose. They're tearing through the shop like treasure hunters on a caffeine high, checking random stuff and maybe on the hunt for hidden treasures. Meanwhile, the poor shopkeeper's sweating bullets, desperately trying to keep his cool. It's like a real-life comedy suspense show unfolding before your eyes. Get ready for the wild ride of the century. These detectives, giving their best modern-day Sherlock and Watson vibes, decide to ramp up the drama with technology. It resembles they're on an investigator show marathon watch as they jump into the security camera film. As they replay quick forward and focus on each problematic little hiding spot in the shop, envision some strong, thrilling music playing behind the scenes. An investigator story with an innovative turn will keep you as eager and anxious as ever.
Do you think he was working with someone else?
If he was, it could be anyone.
Well, buckle up for the big reveal. The digital detectives uncover the mastermind. And guess who? It's our buddy Joe. Yep, good old Joe is the culprit behind all the missing stuff. These detectives don't waste a second. They slap handcuffs on Joe quicker than you can say guilty as charged. And just like that, the pawn shop transforms from a place of heated arguments to a full-blown crime scene. The shopkeeper, still in shock, watches as Joe gets escorted away by the police, handcuffs and all. The whole situation is so bonkers it can make anyone burst into laughter. It's like a comedy show with mix-ups, detectives with blurry faces, and a surprise twist. You'd be left thinking, did that seriously just happen? It's pure comedy gold, my friend. Comedy gold. A massive fraud. This one will truly astound you, so hold on to your chairs. The largest swindle to ever occur on the show, so far as people are aware, left everyone perplexed and alarmed. Basically, the boys said that someone from the shop had conned them.
She pawned 2 of our laptops, and she told us she was gonna give us the money and the laptop.
To make a long story short, a woman pawned 2 of their laptops and then informed them that she knew someone who worked at the pawn shop and would give them the money and the laptops.
You pawned something.
Yeah, she has the ticket.
When did you pawn it?
Today.
The males are left with nothing because she has their laptops, the money, and even the ticket to their belongings.
Meet you at the back door, so you'd end up with the laptops and the money?
Yes.
It astonished Ashley and Seth as much as it shocked Les.
This girl told you one of my guys would meet you at the back door, so you'd end up with the laptop?
Les or anybody else was unable to stop it now. Les then thought of a strategy, though.
If you can find out which one of my employees, you give me the guy's name, I'll give you the computers.
At that point, the youngster had a glimmer of optimism and left, believing that perhaps they could apprehend the employee.
Well, let me tell you something. We've been scammed before, and I will not be scammed again.
Les then requested that Ashley look up the buyer of each laptop they had that day on their background. Les realized something had clicked when she spent the entire day going through them and finding nothing. You're able to witness it.
You'll get the money and the laptops. You go, hell yes, let's do it.
Thus, these children were not the victims themselves. Instead, they had been attempting to con them all along.
Well, here's the way it works. Nobody gets out of pawn without paying for it, and nothing goes out the back door.
This time, they weren't duped either, although the kids did cause Ashley and the others a lot of worry during the day. The bag. Imagine this super funny video with a lady who's basically playing the I'm lost in a bag shop game at a crowded mall. So there's this awesome comedian pretending to be her, right? She strolls in like she just landed from Mars, completely clueless.
Yeah, okay, I went to get my purse back to make my payment.
Then, out of the blue, she locks eyes with a black bag, and boom! She's convinced it's her long-lost twin, with a mix of determination and total confusion.
That's my purse right there. That one right there, the black one. So I want to know why it's out there.
She marches over to the lady in charge, ready to solve the mystery of the twin bags. It's like a comedy treasure hunt in a bag store, and you're in for a hilarious ride. Get ready to laugh your socks off.
Here's the money. I want the purse.
That bag was never in pawn.
Now get this. The shopkeeper, a comedic genius with timing that's spot on, coolly spills the beans. She says, hey, this bag's not yours. But oh no, our lady on a mission won't back down.
That's not your purse.
How do you know it's not my purse?
Because that purse has been out there.
Let me see it.
With this epic confidence, she declares, no way, this bag and I go way back. They're like childhood buddies. And here's the best part.
You want to buy it?
I just want to look at it and make sure it's not mine.
She throws down the ultimate challenge. Bet you this bag, if it's not mine, I'll hand it over. But trust me, it's practically family. It's like a comedy duel in a bag shop, and you won't believe how hilarious it gets.
Oh my God. Get your hands on.
Meet Cam, the scene stealer of the century. Picture this, chaos in the bag shop, and here comes Cam, our superhero security guard. He's like, hold my coffee, and smoothly escorts the determined bag enthusiast off the counter.
Have a nice day. Let's go. Walk yourself out, yo.
You.
Walk yourself.
But wait, she's clinging to her bag like it's a ticket to a comedy show. The laughs hit the roof as Cam keeps his poker face while chaos reigns. This video's a comedy roller coaster. And Cam, the unsung hero, it's a laugh-out-loud male adventure that you don't want to miss.
Go to see with that pole, right? Go.
Bitch,
go where you got to go.
I'm gonna kick your ass. You wait.
Sign of free cash.
I was trying to find out because your sign is saying that I can get 30 days.
In the pawn shop sitcom, the worker dazzles the customer with the prospect of a 30-day cash fiesta. The seller, with a classic "How can I help you?" line, unwittingly opens the door to financial freedom hilarity. It's a tale of interest-free loans, dollar storage fees, and a comedy of errors that promises 30 days of pawn shop shenanigans.
But that's not what the your sign is saying.
Misreading it.
No, you're misreading it.
The customer attempts a 30-day free cash caper, armed with a misinterpreted sign. The seller, caught in the crossfire, insists it's an interest-free loan bonanza, not a free cash party. Cue the comedic chaos as the customer points fingers, and the pawn shop sign becomes the unintentional star of a sitcom episode gone haywire.
I need my cash. It says it right here. Free cash.
The customer demands free cash like a rock star on tour. The seller, armed with the reality of interest-free loans, faces a barrage of demands. The customer, teetering on the edge of pawn pandemonium, enlists a surprise ally, a sassy woman who jumps in the scene like a comedy superhero. Cue the applause for this unexpected twist in the cash crusade. In the side-splitting aftermath, the pawn shop saga spills into the parking lot, where the customer and seller engage in a hilariously awkward brawl. Amidst a flurry of ass cracks and elbows, the spectacle unfolds, leaving the bystanders in stitches. The door slams and the customer vows a dramatic return with an unforgettable "I'll be back" exit line. Comedy gold in the pawn shop arena. Antique computers.
Got some equipment here.
Yeah.
We need some money. We're going to out west.
In the pawn shop time machine, two hunters strut in with ancient computer relics. The seller, bewildered by their outdated tech, questions if they're stuck in the 80s. The hunters, claiming they've wiped out all of Michigan's deer, aim for a whopping comedy sequel. The hunters scoff at the initial offer of $0 for their ancient artifacts. The hunters, expecting treasure, get a lesson in antique appraisal.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You too.
In the aftermath of the failed computer barter, the hunters dropped to an $800 offer, met with a swift and resounding $0 from the pawn shop. ZZ Top, mistaken for Detroit's antique appraisers, exits empty-handed. The seller consoles himself with a printer sacrifice to the dumpster gods.
I thought it was you, man.
Oh, that's good.
Ending the scene with a comedic crash and a touch of musical confusion. Plump man. In Hardcore Pawn, Les Gold faces off with a cheerful, plump customer aiming to sell a watch for his wife's anniversary. Les, ever witty, discovers it's their anniversary too. The old man deadpans 25 years, prompting Les to hilariously inquire, "How many happy years, man?" Laughter ensues in this pawn shop comedy. Too bad the shopkeeper shuts it down quicker than a bad punchline, not willing to spend a dime on what he thinks is a phony watch. Talk about a comedy of errors in the pawn shop.
It's fake. I'm not interested.
Let me see what you got in watches and take.
Now brace yourself for the ultimate comedy meltdown. Our plum seller cranks up the chaos meter, throwing wild threats about the shopkeeper's wife and claiming he's seen her somewhere.
You're married, right?
I am.
This triggers the shopkeeper, turning the whole scene into a chaotic carnival.
There's two things you don't talk about.
What's that?
My wife and my family.
In the blink of an eye, security guards swoop in, snatch our hefty hero, and give him the grand exit, escorting him out like the star of an unexpected sitcom. Guess what? Our main guy, kicked out of the shop like a party crasher, hits the street with a style only he can pull off. It's like a comedy buffet that'll have you grinning like you just discovered the ultimate joke. Get ready for hilarious adventure. Need help? Video, there's this super hyper dude who charges into a shop, making a fuss like it's the biggest emergency. And get this, he decides a random table is his new chill zone. No rules, no worries, just pure wackiness. Get ready to laugh your socks off. Get a load of this to hit the road. But guess what? He's on a whole different planet. Watches. Get ready to giggle. So there's this new lady in the shop who's decided to be a rebel. She goes all sneaky and puts the shop's watches up for sale online without telling, confidently struts away, leaving the staff scratching their heads like, did that just happen? It's a hilarious roller coaster and you won't stop laughing.
You weren't as big of a bitch. I was wrong.
Excuse me? Get the out of here.
Get set to lol. This funny video is like a crazy ride with surprises, silliness, and a hint of madness that'll have you laughing without a pause. The twists and turns make it a hilarious and chaotic experience for anyone lucky enough to catch the shop's wild antics. Brace yourself for a good laugh as you watch the madness unfold in the side-splitting comedy script style video.
What did she say?
That I am the bitch. Get the out of here.
Penny pincher. Get ready to chuckle. This hilarious video is all about a super energetic girl trying to convince her super penny pincher dad to hire more security for their shop. She's all passionate like, "Dad, we need extra protection." But oh boy, her dad's like, "Nah, that's just throwing money away."
Adding an extra night security guard is an expense we don't need.
Dad, I just don't understand.
The funniest part? When the argument gets so wild, the girl pretends to be super angry and storms out of the room. It's silly, it's amusing, and you'll be laughing your socks off at their crazy fight.
Every single time I have an idea and I bring it to your attention, he then has to walk in.
Hold on to your funny bone. This comedy video is pure chaos when the staff walks out, and surprise, the roof is missing.
Peeled the roof off?
Yeah, they peeled the roof.
Yep, someone peeled it away like a giant banana. Imagine the team head scratching in disbelief. Their shop literally got unroofed.
The alarm company called. They thought it was a false alarm.
Is anything missing?
I have no idea.
Now, here comes the kicker. They start worrying it might be a sneaky robbery. Cue the panic as they sprint to check the CCTV, hoping to catch the audacious roof peeler in action. Get ready for a laughter-packed roller coaster as they dive into this hilarious investigation. Get ready to laugh in this super funny video.
They got 2 guys. So they get through the internet room, jump in.
The staff at a quirky shop freaks out when they find out someone peeled off the roof for a supposed robbery. Total chaos, right? So they go all detective and check the CCTV footage. But wait for it. Turns out, not 1, not 2, but 3 guys break in. And here's the kicker.
Looks like they grabbed the coat right there and then out.
So these guys could have been part of a 3-man team.
One of them ends up hiding inside the fridge. It's like a comedy show gone wild, leaving the staff scratching their heads and everyone else in stitches. You won't believe the crazy twist in this comical caper.
We got broken into last night. Took it for a coat and ran out.
I told you that security should have been here at night.
Stolen microphone. The seller, baffled, asked when they were taken off the rack. It's a funny scene of concert chaos turned into a pawn shop jackpot, where microphones become rock star souvenirs, and the friend is the accidental hero of the day.
Microphones I picked up from a concert last night.
The person insists the microphones were flung into the concert crowd, a spontaneous catch. The seller, eyebrows raised, gets an unexpected call from American Jewelry about missing microphones. It's a classic mix-up where concert souvenirs turn into an unintentional pawn shop investigation, leaving everyone wondering how the microphones took an unexpected detour.
I'm from American Jewelry. I have a gentleman down here.
A mad girlfriend. Welcome to the whirlwind of pawn shop hilarity. Our unsuspecting star walks in aiming for a ring appraisal and potential pawn deal. Little did they know, they were about to join the ranks of pawn shop legends in a tale of marital madness.
I wanted to get it appraised, see how much it might be worth.
Okay.
Hold on to your hat. Drama unfolds as accusations of ring-napping soar, plunging the spouse into an emotional roller coaster over the disappearance of their precious bling. The tension is so palpable, you could carve it with a jeweler's precision.
Okay, when I give you an appraisal, that's not how much I'm gonna give you in pawn.
Okay.
But hold on, our hero clarifies, I'm here for an appraisal, not to pawn. Q gasps in the realization that pawn shop language got lost in translation. The spouse is in disbelief, and we can almost hear dramatic music building up in the background.
You wanted an appraisal on this ring.
Plot twist, the ring allegedly transformed into bike parts? Is this a pawn shop or a two-wheeled saga? Accusations fly faster than a speeding bike, plunging us into a marital showdown. Why'd you take my ring? Echoes through the pawn shop halls.
Why'd you take my ring?
Well, I wanted to see how much it was worth.
Our hero is left flabbergasted, caught in the crossfire of accusations and domestic mayhem. I just wanted to know its worth, they exclaim, trying to defuse the explosive situation. But alas, emotions rage on.
Yesterday you said you needed bike parts and didn't have the damn money. And all of a sudden you got my damn ring.
Unexpectedly, a wild punch appears. The spouse transforms from the drama unfolds. They assert their right to park, no matter the odds. Suddenly,
I'm patiently telling you, dude, park your spots out.
Meanwhile, our hero, undeterred, asserts, I'm not going nowhere, as if the van gods themselves had bestowed upon them a divine parking mission. In a shocking turn of events, our hero literally stops, drops, and rolls on the store carpet, leaving everyone perplexed. The guy in the refrigerator. In this episode of Hardcore Pawn, we are taken to the time when a crazy man entered the shop, and when no one was looking, he took refuge in the refrigerator for reasons unknown. Thankfully, this man had spotted the crazy man and went to Ashley and others to let them know. At first, no one would believe him, but by the looks, he looked quite genuine, so they followed him up to the spot where the fridge was. Still hardly believing the man, they went to open the fridge, and boom! The man was curled up inside, about to make the refrigerator its new cozy little home.
I don't know what y'all doing over here. There's some mother in the refrigerator.
What?
The whole situation was so absurd that not a single person in the whole shop could believe that there was a whole person hiding inside there. Good thing that they have security in the shop, so the man got what he deserved.
What the f are you doing?
Fake earrings. Two sassy black queens strut into the pawn shop, flaunting earrings worth $350. The seller, bewildered, questions their cash craving. They snap back.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm here to pawn these earrings.
Okay.
Honey, our financial drama is an Oscar-winning secret. The seller innocently inquires about the swearing, prompting the girl to unleash a verbal firework.
Trying to get $350 for them.
Why do you need the money?
It's none of your business why I need the money.
As he fumbles to record the chaos, he realizes these queens can turn from pawn shop patrons to drama divas faster than his slowest sale. Talk about a speedy emotional roller coaster.
Why are you swearing at me?
Because you asking me why I'm coming in here to handle my business.
In the midst of the jewelry saga, it's a linguistic roller coaster. The seller's ears are bombarded with jewelry, loan me my money, and a kid-eating crisis.
What does my sign say?
Jewelry and loan. This jewelry, loan me my money. I got to feed my kid.
The drama unfolds faster than a soap opera, leaving him nervously counting non-existent diamonds. Talk about a pawn shop sitcom.
Man, you getting on my nerves, dog.
How'd you get
You
this?
ain't even looked at my
Do you know that these aren't real?
In the sizzling pawn shop showdown, the women insist their earrings are as real as their sass. The seller, sweating in the Lacote, tries to diplomatically handle the diva duo. It's a battle of bling, attitude, and a heat wave, all under the watchful eye of leather-clad thermometers. Comedy gold.
How the you gonna tell me just by looking at my that they not real?
They're not real.
As the Queen of Sass declares her exit, she throws shade like confetti. Insults rain down, targeting the seller's wrinkled-up hair and questionable fashion choices. With a parting shot about a jury and long bow ass, she exits, leaving the pawn shop in stitches and the seller questioning his life choices.
I ain't leaving this till you give me my money. I need my mother did.
Coloring book. Ashley enters confidently, challenging authority. Seth tries to manage the chaos. Tension rises as they clash, leaving everyone puzzled.
Don't come in here thinking that you know everything in your like.
I didn't know
you should
anything.
go off and like run back to Hawaii where you bought that shirt.
Book from 1962 and up.
Laugh out loud scene as the seller confesses to buying a Frank Zappa coloring book at 25, never cracking it open. Now, with 3 daughters in college, it's a hilarious quest for cash. The quirky relics become the center stage for a funny exchange in the pawn shop. The negotiation dance continues as the seller justifies prices, leaving room for haggling. Tension rises comically as the buyer feels snapped at. The shopkeeper offers a research break, declaring, "I'm not in a hurry," in this pawn shop sitcom starring quirky characters.
I have to take him out this guy. That's how much he pissed me off.
In the ongoing pawn shop drama, Ashley delivers a sassy retort to the customer, suggesting he adds value nowhere and jokes about returning to Hawaii. The banter continues as another worker calls out Ashley for being rude, leading to a comical exchange where Ashley dismisses them to focus on yourself. The workplace comedy unfolds with quirky characters and witty comebacks.
Well, you don't add value to the organization.
I have one. Well, thank you so much. But the next time you send my paycheck, you can tell me how to work.
Parking lot. Cue the workplace alarm. The notorious parking lot gambler is back, and the office crew is on high alert. With a battle cry of "Let's go get him!" they embark on a mission to catch the elusive man of many lands, or as they dub him, that lady Pakistan. Office drama just hit the jackpot.
What?
Gambling again in the parking lot.
Meet Robert Robertson, the maestro of sports memorabilia, introducing himself to Dennis in a pawn shop saga. The plot thickens as he unveils a treasure trove of Detroit Lions autographs salvaged from his sister's basement flood. Forget superheroes, this guy's heroics involve rescuing signatures during a Union picket line water ballot.
All right. Here's Robert.
Robert,
Nice to
I'm
meet
Dennis.
you.
Nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you, Dennis. Yeah, I got an item here. You might be interested in.
In the wild world of pawn shops, Dennis is hit with a first, an NFL labor strike poster. As Robert pitches his Union picket line relic, Dennis, caught between fandom and frugality, contemplates the value. It's a negotiation dance where even the poster's wrinkles have a say, and Dennis dreams of a dad who'd splurge on a heartbeat.
What, Steve Backus? This is the first time a guy actually brought in an NFL labor strike poster.
Dennis and Seth, the dynamic pawn shop duo, are advised to step up their deal-closing game. In the battle of signatures, Robert's pitch clashes with Dennis's detective skills. It's a showdown of history versus water stains, where even a tear is more drama than a soap opera. Selling history hard, selling water-stained history a comedic challenge.
One just like this mint, though, and he got $950 for it.
Right,
So if that was mint, why would you want $1,000 for this?
In this hilarious haggling carnival, the pawn shop pros are on their knees throwing cash offers at Robert for the water-stained NFL labor strike poster. It's a dollar dance-off with Dennis and Seth, and they're juggling 20s like it's a comedy club. In the end, it's 520s that win the bid, leaving Robert with a pocket full of paper and the pawn shop crew high-fiving over their historic steal.
$75?
No, no way.
Offering you just $100 cash money right now would make it.
Gold earrings. In the golden world of earrings, Ashley and the customer embark on a carrot quest. The earrings sparkle, but the price tag dims the shine. The customer eyeing the digits suggests a hilarious plot twist, an exchange proposal that could turn this jewelry journey into a comedic barter ballet.
I was looking for some gold earrings.
You are in the right department.
In the dazzling dance of earrings and dollar signs, the customer flips the script with an exchange proposal. Ashley, the jewelry juggler, contemplates the weight of the situation, hoping those earrings don't tip the scales against her. It's a hilarious jewelry version of Let's Make a Deal, where carrots and comedy collide.
Well, what we can do is I can take those and apply money towards these.
In the Comedy Club of Carrots, Ashley drops the punchline, a whopping $500 for the desired earrings. The customer expecting an exchange extravaganza faces the reality check.
Okay, so what I can do for you today, I can apply $40 towards these.
I paid $500 for those. What do you mean? You can't do an exchange?
Ashley, the weight wizard, spills the carrot beans, revealing that these earrings are more featherweight than a dieting hummingbird. It's a priceless jewelry negotiation that has the audience and the scales in stitches.
Okay, I can't give you $500.
Why you can't?
Because it's not worth.
In this comedy climax, the customer unleashes carrot chaos, insisting her earrings are weightlifting champions. The tension escalates as she dubs Ashley boo, but a touch sets off a mini drama.
I know how much these cost, boo-boo.
Because you scream that they're gonna get you more money, boo-boo.
The pawn shop becomes a carrot battleground, and Ashley's final offer of $175 is the punchline that sends the customer storming out, leaving the jewelry saga in a carrot cloud of comedy.
Everybody else good. Pose made you
Fake diamond. In this wild pawn shop showdown, two characters storm in like a tornado, armed with an attorney and a demand for $900. The seller, caught off guard, awkwardly requests a card while the attorney seems more like a background dancer in a chaotic legal dance. It's a scene where negotiations are more like a comedy sketch, leaving everyone wondering if they stumbled into a legal circus.
I got my lawyer with me. This is wrong.
Show me your card.
I don't have a card with me.
It's my attorney.
Customer unveils a questionable earring, claiming it turned his ear into a rainbow. The seller, armed with skepticism and a keen eye, dissects the earring, declaring it a fake diamond disaster.
So what do you want to do today? You want me
Can
to
I get
figure
my money
out?
back?
You want me to figure out why your ear's turning a different color?
Is that a real diamond?
Enter the legal cavalry. The customer brandishes a lawyer in the name of mismatched receipts and the ear that turned technicolor. It's a jewelry malfunction turned legal circus, and the pawn shop is now the stage for hilarious gemstone saga.
This is not the correct earring for the receipt.
Chaos ensues as the customer brandishes a jewelry store receipt like a wizard spell. The attorney, a sidekick in this legal circus, demands a refund for the rebellious earring. The seller, caught in the crossfire, faces threats of escorting and leg knocking, all while insisting they won't budge. It's a legal showdown where the only guarantee is a laugh-out-loud twist around every shiny corner of the pawn shop arena.
The earring does not match the description.
What you mean? So you said now I just brought an earring in?
The customer, armed with a kaleidoscope ear and a refund demand, insists the seller turn around and walk that butt out the door. The seller, invoking a hint of pawn shop diplomacy, proposes a negotiation dance, but warns, keep your butt back there. Cue the dramatic soundtrack, man, it's a comedy in motion. An evil woman anthem echoing through the pawn shop arena.
Get out.
Yeah, took my money, just sold me a bold earring.
Golden State Warrior ring.
I just got engaged, and I heard you had a 75 Golden State Warriors ring, and I was thinking that would be perfect for my fiance.
This man came into the shop to buy something, which is odd because most people come into the shop to sell something. This man, on the other hand, was interested in Rick's 1975 Golden State Warriors ring, but Rick was unable to but laugh at this.
Rocco, will you grab me that ring?
Sure.
That is a brave man that would give his fiance a championship ring.
Even though Rick keeps on laughing, asking why the man is giving a ring like this to his fiance, we understand that the buyer isn't pleased with Rick's antics.
So what I did was I brought pictures of another 75 Golden State Warriors ring.
The buyer produced photos of another Golden State Warriors ring and attempted to match them, which they did. Then he asked if it was a genuine diamond and if Rick had checked it. Rick told him that the stone was genuine.
Perfect. Have you tested the diamond?
Oh, yeah, it's a real diamond.
It's a real diamond. Okay.
The buyer then proceeded to use his own tester to determine whether or not the diamond was genuine, as he was a collector and dealer of sports memorabilia himself. But as he went to test the diamond, it didn't pass.
It's not testing.
That's because you have a really cheap tester.
So Rick stepped in with his own tester, which of course revealed that the diamond was genuine. Even though Rick was irritated by the whole thing, he chose to be courteous to the man.
First fine on mine.
Okay. I will trust that.
The buyer requested for the amount after the ring had been tested, which Rick believed to be $11,500. The purchaser, on the opposite hand, had a budget of $5,000.
Any
11 grand. That's what I can do.
That's your bottom line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Best price.
Because Rick refused to go any lower than $11,000, the buyer was forced to leave the business unhappy and empty-handed.
I didn't think he was going to go 5,500, but I thought, he'd work with me a little bit. But it seemed like he wanted to punch me in the face.
Wells Fargo's safe deposit box.
What do we have here?
Well, we got a Wells Fargo strong box.
This man arrived with a Wells Fargo safe, an antique ball and chain, and a couple ancient handcuffs. The seller was asking roughly $2,000 for everything in the package.
All right, well, tell me about these things.
This ball and chain right here actually comes from the human prison. It's the oldest prison in the state of Arizona.
Folsom Prison was Arizona's oldest prison, and the handcuffs belonged to it since the late 1800s.
Here's my concerns. When they forged chains back in the 1800s, it was just hot welding together.
At that time, it was all performed by the blacksmith, but the chains that the man brought in were all electronically forged. Not only that, but Rick had another major problem.
Never in the history of any prison did they ever have their name put on the balls.
What Rick was saying was that everything the man brought in was false, but the seller was not ready to believe Rick.
It's fake.
What makes you an expert on this stuff?
I've been buying and selling this stuff my entire life.
Even if the contents of the package were phony, there was a chance that the box itself was not. So Rick made a deal for the box and left the rest.
Box, I'll give you $400 for it.
I want $1,200 for it.
No, you don't.
And the transaction was completed for $400.50. The seller left, and Rick subsequently decided to consult with an expert about what he had purchased.
Okay. 19th century strongbox, Wells Fargo.
Following a thorough examination of the box, the expert asked Rick the following question.
First things first. Have you already bought this?
The box was just as false as the other items Rick did not purchase, and the expert agreed.
It's a complete fake.
Damn it, Rick.
Mystery guy.
Right there. Here they come again.
Hang on to your hats, folks, because we're diving into one wild tale. Picture this, a mysterious dude looking like a secret agent casually strolls into a pawn shop, acting like he owns the place. The shopkeeper, eyes wide open, can't help but stare at this walking enigma. I mean, who wouldn't? He's like a riddle on two legs. Now brace yourselves for the craziness escalates. Our mystery guy isn't flying solo. He's got not one, but two ladies in tow, a trio causing a ruckus. They swagger up to the counter, and out of nowhere, the guy dramatically declares that the ticket he's waving is faker than a rubber chicken. Everyone in the shop, imaginary files included, gasps in surprise.
Her on the ring, or get the ring back. She's got a receipt.
Let me
right
explain
here.
to you. This is a counterfeit ticket.
Hold on to your giggles. The shopkeeper, smelling something fishy, turns into a detective. With a sneaky grin, he tells the trio to chill and confidently says, "I'll prove it's a fake." The suspense builds as he brings out the real ticket, examining both like he's some ticket art connoisseur.
This is the amount of numbers that are here.
Okay.
Number 2 is state law mandates.
Hold on to your funny bone. The shopkeeper spots the differences quicker than yelling "fake alert" with a big old grin. He declares, "Nice try, folks, but your ticket is faker than Monopoly money." Cue the imaginary mic drop in the background. But whoa, Nelly, the trio isn't throwing in the towel just yet. They get into an energetic discussion, pointing fingers, thrashing arms, and hollering as though they're contending in a yelling challenge. It resembles something out of a sitcom, and you can't resist the urge to chuckle at the idiocy. In the grand finale, our mysterious guy and his partners in crime admit defeat, Looking a tad embarrassed and probably feeling a smidge silly, they storm out of the pawn shop. The shopkeeper, now a hero in counterfeit ticket detection, is left with a bunch of baffled onlookers. And there you have it, a hilarious adventure that's weirder than fiction and funnier than a clown on a unicycle. Comedy gold, my friends, comedy gold. Gun cabinet.
Well, it's a desk, but it's not really a desk. It's actually a gun.
So what this woman brought into the pawn store was not anything that was common. It appeared to be nothing more than a plain desk, yet it was far more than that.
It's a gun desk.
Yes, when you push down on the inkwell, a bullet fires out through the trapdoor.
When you press down on the inkwell, a bullet fires out through the trap door, and this desk transforms into a pistol when the time comes.
If I sell it, that's fine. If I don't, I'm okay with that too.
Thus, the merchant visited the business not exclusively to sell the weapon work area, yet additionally to figure out more about it. She needed to realize who possessed it, the way things were utilized, how old it was, and other such data.
I was trying to figure out how to open it and had a really good look inside it and said, you know.
While hunting for a nice little desk, she came across this one. But when she got it home and attempted to open it up, that's where she discovered it wasn't what she thought it was.
I've seen desks with hidden gun compartments, but I've never seen a desk as a gun.
Rick thought it was something out of a James Bond movie, and he was so engrossed in it that he forgot he was actually pushing his face against a gun.
Do you mind if I have a buddy look at this thing? Because I am just completely lost here.
Not at all.
Rick believed it was best to have an expert look at it after taking a closer look, so he called one.
Gun. This is the gun.
What?
The master had never seen anything like it and had no clue about what it was utilized for. Yet, in lieu of what he saw, the master reasoned that it was made somewhere in the range of 1890 and 1910, which was an issue. Even though he couldn't guarantee it, the Pawn Stars may buy it in a gray area.
Bring it to a gunsmith and have him professionally deactivate the mechanism. Then it can be legal to buy and sell.
The only way to buy and sell it legally is to take it to a gunsmith and have him deactivate the mechanism. Only then can it be simply and legally acquired and sold.
I wish I could help you out more. It's just one of those things. Thanks for bringing it in.
Oh, you're welcome.
Orange Bowl ring.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my Penn State Orange Bowl ring from 1973.
This individual then brought in an Orange Bowl ring from Penn State in 1973. He was in the shop trying to sell it since he needed the money for upgrading his house, and he reasoned that it must be valued at least $1,500.
Where'd you get this?
You know, I went to Penn State and guy down the hall played on the team, and he needed some money, and I bought it back then.
The seller claimed that one of the team members needed some cash and that the only thing he had was that ring. Thus, the man paid him the necessary funds and purchased this ring.
You know, it was Jeff Clark. He didn't play too much, but he was an outside linebacker for the team.
This particular ring belonged to a linebacker named Jeff Park, who was a member of the squad even though he didn't play much.
What are you looking to get out of it?
I'd like to get $1,500.
Okay.
Just as he previously stated, the man wanted $1,500, but Rick needed to examine the situation more carefully before making any moves to get the ring. It was then that he discovered that the ring had a problem.
The price is reasonable, but it's illegal for me to buy or sell anything when any identifying mark has been removed on an item.
The ring was cool, but it was also reasonably priced considering that the engraving makes it completely identifiable. It was no longer lawful for Rick to purchase or sell this ring after the engravings were taken out.
I'd be more than happy to buy it off you for $1,500. Problem is, it's like buying a car without a VIN number.
The seller was a little confused as to how the removal of a few inscriptions might make the ring illegal to purchase or sell. As a result, Rick and Corey had to thoroughly explain everything to him and let him know that despite their best efforts, they're unable to handle it.
All right, dude.
Okay.
Sorry I couldn't do nothing with it.
Okay.
I know 1,001 people I could have sold this ring to and made
a fake bill.
I have some political memorabilia, the Secret Service ID for J. Howard McGrath, Attorney General of the United States.
This individual entered the pawn shop with a $10 bill that had several signatures on it, a White House pass, and several Secret Service IDs. He estimated 1,000 figures for each of these items, but before beginning to negotiate, Rick needed to learn more about them.
He was the chairman of the Democratic National Committee when Truman ran for president.
Rick was prepared to strike a deal after briefly discussing J. Howard McGrath, the Attorney General of the United States, and how influential he was in Washington politics. But there was a small issue.
You got some neat stuff here, and these three things right here, I really want to get checked out.
Rick checked everything and concluded that not just the dollar that the man had brought in was counterfeit. Rick had to see the expert to find out if he could purchase the other items since he had a hunch that doing so might be illegal.
You don't want. A counterfeit bill is not legal to own.
The expert said that the White House pass and the Secret Service ID were authentic and acceptable to purchase, but the fake banknote was a different thing.
Thanks for coming in, Mark.
Not a problem.
You're the best. Appreciate it.
Alrighty.
Now that the expert had left, Rick was prepared to strike a deal. Aside from the fake bill, he asked the vendor what else he wanted.
Yeah, I'll give you $500.
Good deal.
All right. You want to write them up?
Yeah, sure.
The vendor left the store with the cash and the unauthorized bill after the trade was completed for $500. Hopefully he gave the Secret Service the counterfeit bill. Harley Davidson.
You got any paperwork I can see on it, or?
Yeah, I got the title, but can we negotiate first or something? I mean...
Now, Corey's a seasoned pawnbroker, and his spidey senses tingled the moment the seller mentioned paperwork later. It wasn't the gleaming Harley Davidson that raised an eyebrow. It was the seller's insistence on negotiation first, documents on hold. See, Corey's dealt with his fair share of shady characters, and a bike like this beauty attracts all sorts. So with a polite but firm smile, Corey politely pushed back. Paperwork, he said, before we talk about the price. Standard procedure.
You got any paperwork I can see on it, or?
Yeah, I got the title, but can we negotiate first?
The seller's eyes flickered ever so slightly, and that was all Corey needed. Something wasn't kosher here. Now, Corey isn't just sharp, he's thorough. Those papers, discrepancies galore. Dates that didn't line up, VIN numbers singing a different tune. So Corey did what any responsible pawnbroker would do. He plugged those details into the good old computer system. What he found sent chills down his spine. Corey knew right then this wasn't just a sale. It was a potential police sting waiting to happen. Sure, the Harley was a head-turner, a chrome-plated masterpiece that could make angels weep. But for Corey, business wasn't about shiny toys. It was about integrity, about doing the right thing. And the right thing in this case meant making sure this beauty wasn't a stolen dream, someone else's heartache wrapped in leather and chrome. So, with a heavy heart and a clear conscience, Corey had to do what he had to do. Walk away from the deal, even if it meant letting that Harley roar out of his life and into the unknown. iPhone.
I just got this phone that I bought here like 2-3 days ago, and this don't work.
The bell above the pawn shop door jangled, and in walked a man clutching a sleek black phone. He announced, smooth as silk, that this beauty was a recent purchase, now sadly broken.
The camera don't work. It keeps freezing and like that.
He claims that it's just too irritating to use because the phone freezes frequently and the camera doesn't function.
Did you download a camera function?
No, it clearly got a camera. Why would I have to download it?
When it was questioned if he had downloaded the camera feature, he became very irate. If he's telling the truth, then why does this inspection set him off? And why was he even being questioned about getting the download? That isn't how it operates in any case.
You got your receipt?
No, I ain't got it with me. I ain't bring it.
First of all, we don't sell it.
We can decide right now whether the client is attempting to misdirect. Rich, the seasoned pawnbroker behind the counter, felt it too. That intuition honed by years of dealing with all sorts, that sixth sense for trouble, it was screaming at him. This wasn't just a customer with a broken phone. It was a game, a play in progress.
As soon as you give me that receipt, I can see what I can do for you.
I don't have my receipt. I just clearly told you that, man.
Clearly, you told me that.
So
Clearly, I have
we
to tell
need to
you
fix this,
that
or
without the receipt, there's nothing I can do for you.
Rich yells, "Are you messing with me, man? You came for a new phone, but you don't have a receipt?" However, the man persists in insisting that all he's asking for is another phone.
If he said clearly one more time, I was going to clearly have to knock his freaking head off.
We're all aware that Rich needs the receipt. You, my man, are not.
Who sold the phone to you in the first place?
somebody. He here.
When questioned who exactly had sold him the phone in any case, he quickly pointed at any random employee.
We haven't had one of those up for sale since I've been here in 6 months.
I mean, I just seen you in 2 weeks.
Furthermore, it appears that the youngster he pointed at didn't know why he was being called for.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on over here. You can go back to selling that computer.
All Rich knows is that it's an iPhone, but he's more irritated by something else. What's more, clearly it was working out.
Can you go show him how it works? Take a picture out in the parking lot.
Nope.
And then, like a burst dam, the story spills out. The phone wasn't his. The purchase was a shady deal in a back alley. The frustration wasn't with the camera. It was with the consequences. The cold sweat of a gamble gone wrong. With a sigh, Rich ushers in the man and his broken phone out of the shop. the heavy silence echoing their unspoken pact. The truth had been told, the game was over. That's all for our video. We hope you liked it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos like this. Share it with your family and friends. See you next time. Christina stealing money. Here's something curious happening. Les seemed to be very angry over that man. Don't know what that man was doing there and what he had done, which made Les angry. Let's see what will happen. Ant stole the leftover money. Everyone there is so angry. What is going to happen now? Les is curious as he is sure that Christina cannot do this kind of stuff alone. There must be some other people supporting her in his play. Les is taking it to extremes and asking again and again if there's another one with her.
Have you been working with any other employee?
No.
All alone without any knowledge of anybody else stealing from us, correct?
Oh God, he asked her to send her to jail if she did not speak the truth. Oh my God, things are getting worse. She's not telling anything. Mother-daughter fighting. So there's a woman coming with her daughter. She showed some pieces of bottle and a collection of stamps. According to her, it is worthy, but actually it is not. Les asked her that it is not that worthy. Oops, the mother got angry at Les, because for her, they are worth everything. What will happen now?
So what you got?
I got some really expensive stuff.
Show me.
Oh my God, the daughter charged a fire against her mother.
You better down. No, you. Girl, what the hell wrong with you?
She triggered her and insulted her for her useless collections, and oh my God, look, they're about to have a deadly fight. Oh God, the mother scratched her daughter. Les is stunned.
They don't want. Get the off my. What the is wrong with you?
The mother and daughter are having extreme fighting conditions. Everyone around is watching them. Les is stunned and did not have any idea that this would happen, or it might be very casual to them.
Get the up now.
Okay, the guard has been called. The mother is still beating her daughter well and doesn't want to argue anymore. Both are screaming at each other. The security guard is letting them out. Oh my God, how embarrassing and strange it is to see mother-daughter fighting like that. The security guard gets them out and everyone is laughing at them. Astonished Les.
I had to intervene.
Okay.
Man threatening Les. So a man entered the pawn shop and headed straight towards Les. Seems like it would be a happy deal with that cool customer. Okay, the man had an anniversary today, and so both are sharing some joys together. Seth and Les's fight. Les and Ashley seemed to be discussing some serious stuff. Felt like something serious had happened.
Giving a 40,000 square foot free-for-all back there? That's no policy.
What do you think brought us to here, Seth?
But Seth is not getting anything. They are having a fight. Owned the shop better than him. Les is stunned. Everyone around is listening and is terrified of what will happen now.
It's outdated. I can run this place better. I know exactly what needs to be done. I want the opportunity to run this place.
Les is going to take everything very seriously. God knows where that anger will lead both of them to. Les is tailoring Seth that he cannot do anything, and without Les, the pawn shop would close. No one can run the shop better than Les, but things are not getting cool. Seth yelled after Les and got out of the cabin. Ashley, listening to all this, is making fun. God, it is not that serious. Well, Les in his anger was constantly getting furious over that debate. Man got beaten by Les. Ashley is just controlling herself.
I need to speak with somebody else because you irritate me flat out.
A customer demands a stereo refund, leading to a tense showdown with his brother. Earrings spark a heated confrontation while a frustrated customer faces off over a waiting game. An unproven claim raises tensions and upon negotiation turns sassy, testing the limits. Lastly, a ring appraisal takes an unexpected turn when a wife discovers betrayal, turning our place into a space for some fascinating real-life stories. Okay, so check it out. This customer rolls in wanting a refund for a stereo he got from the store. But guess what? It's not in perfect shape like he thought. The store can't do cash refunds, but they're cool with exchanging it for something else.
Here? Yes. We just want our money back. The problem is I can't give you a refund. We just don't have that option. I can give you anything else that you want to use.
All good, right? Nope, not for the customer's brother. He starts making a fuss, saying they sold his sister a busted thing.
Cool, man. That's not cool, man. We want our money. They sold my sister some broken merchandise.
He's not feeling pawn shops and thinks they can't get a cash refund. Les, the guy at the store, explains the deal, but the brother wants something better without spending more.
Problem is we don't refund. That's right on your receipt. So if you'd like to get something else, I have no problem with that.
We want something a whole lot better than what we got.
Things get tense and Les gives him a choice. Take something else or hit the road.
Please.
You can take this stuff.
Sir, listen. Listen, sir,
No.
I will be forced to have you
What you
leave
mean
the-
for who gonna do so?
Brother goes for the drama, yelling and resisting being escorted out. Finally, they agree on a fix, but the guy bursts in again, causing a scene.
No. I don't.
Hey, why don't we come over on this side? Let's come on over on this side. Why don't we come over on this side?
This time, they kick him out for real, kicking and screaming all along the way.
Come on, man. You don't want to be stupid.
They'd eventually reached an agreement and the repair was underway, but the man decided to burst in once again to cause a scene.
No! You bumped me, man!
All he got in return was his forceful removal, despite the fact that he was kicking and screaming like a little baby. A woman and her friend enter with hopes of selling a set of earrings. However, things take a confrontational turn when Les, in his characteristic playful manner, tries to strike up a conversation about their intentions for the money. The woman, visibly annoyed, lashes out at Les for prying into her business, setting the tone for a tense interaction.
I'm here to pawn these earrings.
Okay.
Trying to get $350 for them.
Why do you need the money?
It's none of your business why I need the money.
Despite Les attempting to maintain a friendly environment, the situation escalates further. The woman vehemently rejects any inquiries about her personal life, responding with hostility.
Why I'm coming in here to handle my business. That's not your business why I'm coming in here to do what I got to do.
Les, seemingly undeterred, continues with his good-natured questioning, asking about the number of kids that she has, which only adds fuel to the fire.
Then to piss her off even more. How many kids you got?
I'm coming in here with my jewelry to get money.
How many kids you got?
She just told you.
To intensify matters, Les claims to analyze the earrings, asserting that they aren't real diamonds.
These aren't real?
These are real.
They are real earrings. They're just not real diamonds.
They are.
No, they're
yes,
not.
The revelation further infuriates the woman, leading to increased yelling and frustration. Sensing a potential physical confrontation, Byron, another employee, positions himself closer to Les to provide support if needed.
Leather coat you right. It's 1,000 degrees. Who the wears leather?
As the women realize they won't achieve their desired outcome, they decide to leave, expressing their displeasure with the establishment as they do. Get her hair fixed. Classic people.
Supposed to be jewelry and long. Bull ass shot. Raggedy mother.
Have a nice day.
You bitch.
Thank you.
We got this livid customer going on a rant at the pawn shop, claiming he's been waiting for 2 hours.
Been here for 2 hours, man. Then they got 11 windows. You got two working. How you doing? I'm finally here, you know what I mean? I've been in the line for like 2 hours.
He managed to get his HD in, but Ashley, the cool and collected employee, is keeping it professional.
You'd get out of here a lot quicker if you
Hold on,
signed
what is
it.
this? What is this?
What is what?
This ain't what he told me he was gonna give me.
What did he tell you he was going to give you?
The guy's expecting $400, but Ashley's like, nope, you're getting 110. Our furious friend throws a threat like he's gonna crack heads.
You're not getting 400, you're getting 110.
Okay, well, you can't give me my 400.
Sign that, and
I'm
then I'll
not
give you your
saying
money.
You know what?
Sir.
See, you the type of motherfucker I've been caught outside and cracked you upside your head.
Not cool, right? The folks at American Jewelry and Loan aren't vibing with that. Ashley's had enough, lays down the law, and says, respect or no money for you.
Listen here, I'm a
Go
pimp.
out front and get your back. Go
I'm a real
out
pimp.
front
I'll
and
put you
get
on.
your back.
I will put you on.
Go
Hold on, you
out
don't gotta
front
walk
and
up
get
on me.
your...
But this dude, he's got some wild stories, talking about women on the street doing things for him.
Get your
You're gonna talk to me with some respect. I got more women on the street out here hustling, doing things for me every night, every.
Well, security's on point, keeping him at bay while he's still talking big. Y'all can't kick me out of here. Oh boy, someone's day at the pawn shop just hit a speed bump.
Off this motherfucker, man. You feel what I'm saying? I know you just doing your job, big dog, but I drive with BMW.
In another scenario, a woman, believing her husband pawned her $5,000 wedding ring due to financial struggles, approaches Ashley seeking its return.
I
I was doing my husband's laundry this morning, and I pull his wallet out. There's a pawn slip from you guys. So I put it back in his wallet.
However, lacking a pawn ticket or any proof of ownership, the situation becomes complicated. Ashley, empathizing with the woman's plight, requests a police report or any documentation to validate her claim. The woman refuses, adamant about not involving the police, and tensions flare.
I get why he did it. I just want to come in, pay for it, and get my ring back.
Did you make a police report?
No, I didn't make a police report. The hell am I going to make a police report for? I'm not going to call the cops on my husband. I'm coming to you to get my ring back.
Facing an impasse, Ashley is compelled to ask the woman to leave. The exchange becomes heated, and Ashley insists on her departure, prompting the customer to leave the store.
Your butt out here and you assist me out. Please, bring it. That's all I want is my ring. That's it. It isn't that hard.
Take your pretty little feet, walk your pretty little legs out of here.
You are nuts. Just go back there and give me my. How hard is it? You can't just go back there and type in a name?
Do you shut up for a second?
Never shut up.
Get the hell out of here.
No.
It's time to go.
Up yours.
We've got this customer dealing with some money woes and trying to hustle up a quick $100 by pawning his stuff. Issues that needed solving post-haste.
I'm trying to get all my stuff out.
So, what are you looking to do with that?
I'm looking to get $100 for it to help me out.
But here's where the plot thickens. The guy's asking for a Benjamin, but all Seth and Les can dish out is a humble $10.
What the hell is that gonna do for you?
$100 will help me move my out. It'll feed my dogs if I have to, wherever I find.
Our seller buddy thinks that $10 isn't gonna cut it for his grand plans, like moving out and feeding his dogs. You know, fair enough, but that's the best they can offer. He tries to haggle for $50, but Les shuts it down, giving him a reality check. That's all Seth and Les can offer.
What the do you mean it's gonna be a good start? The $10 isn't gonna be. Why couldn't you do 50 for this?
Now, here's where things take a wild turn. Instead of just taking the tenner, our friend gets all sassy. Les, not one to take disrespect, drops the cash on the counter, and you won't believe what happens next.
Disrespecting me, trying to hand my back to me. I'm not having that. No. Are you kidding me right?
The guy refuses to pick up the cash, calling it disrespectful.
Or to do this, that's disrespecting you.
What the is your problem?
Les, not having any of that nonsense, lays down the law. Pick up your money or hit the road. But our stubborn friend goes all,
Pick it up. You want to treat me like a bitch? You're going to be the bitch. Pick my up. Pick my doll up. Are you insane?
This dude walks in with a ring, wants an appraisal, but little did he know his wife was about to unleash some serious drama. Ashley's just trying to do her job, and suddenly, bam, it turns into a full-fledged soap opera.
Right here. I also wanted to know how much you guys will give.
This dude is literally sweating bullets, and his wife ain't having any of his nonsense. She calls him out for pawning her ring without telling her.
What are you doing? He wanted an appraisal on this ring.
On my ring?
I'ma go grab me some popcorn, cue the drama.
Bull. Why'd you take my ring? You're a liar. You needed bike parts and didn't have the damn money. And all of a sudden you got my damn ring.
Oof, she slaps him not once, but twice. Ouch. Ashley's just standing there, probably thinking, what in the pawn shop drama is going on here?
Once. Wanted to know how much it was worth, that's all.
Why'd you take my ring?
I gotta say, no need for security here. The wife's got it covered. She demands to know how much the ring was worth, and the poor guy's just apologizing left and right. The drama here is so intense, it's like a reality TV show unfolding right there on the spot.
Couple reaches home.
And I am dumbfounded.
You're a idiot.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
it's
the one that
hers.
gave it to me.
That's hers.
Just give him the ring. Thanks.
Okay, hold on. This customer's on an entirely different level. Picture this, she walks into the shop wearing the coat that she wants to sell. Classic Shannon move, am I right?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
How much would you give me for this?
How much you want?
At least 1,000.
Les asks her how much she's looking for, and Shannon's like, at least $1,000. Les throws out a cool 100 and she loses it, saying she wants more.
100 for this motherfucking coat. I want more than 100.
But she claims the coat's made of fox, rabbit, bird, whatever she feels like saying. Made of.
Okay, you got me up.
It's fox.
This is a rabbit, a bird, whatever the I want it to be.
So the guys, being who they are, decide to troll her a bit, and Les even pulls in a fur expert who says it's worth $1.
You gonna give her more than $100 on that?
I would give her more than $1.
What the $1? Hell, who the is he?
He's my fur expert.
Shannon isn't having it and causes a scene. Security gets involved, and she's out the door.
Security too?
There you go.
Oh! Y'all motherfuckers don't know who y'all with up in.
A female customer arrives claiming that her niece purchased a lovely earring from the store. However, upon closer inspection, she discovered that a diamond was missing. The catch? You guessed it, no receipt. Without proper proof of purchase, she hoped to return the earring and secure a refund.
The diamonds was missing, and I wanted to know, can I get my money back?
Do you have the receipt?
No. Do gifts come with a receipt?
Yeah.
No, well, this one didn't.
Ashley, ever the voice of reason, inquires about the receipt, and the customer admits that she doesn't have one. Ashley explains the store's policy regarding cash refunds and, crucially, points out that the jewelry the customer brought in is fake, a type of item the store does not deal with. Tensions rise as the customer becomes impatient, demanding her money or a different pair of earrings.
Oh, cash refunds. One more problem that's really key to this whole thing. These are fake. And we don't sell fake jewelry.
Well, it's gonna be some in here. Well, excuse me, anybody buying any jewelry from here? Don't get no more jewelry from here, because this ain't good.
Hey.
Bobby J, provoked by the escalating situation, engages in a heated exchange with the customer.
I'm talking to him.
I'm talking to you.
Sir, can you help me? Can you give me my money? Can you give me a different pair of earrings? Anything.
No.
Oh, wait.
No.
Your short ass
No.
gonna tell me.
Are you angry because your coat's so tight?
No, my coat ain't tight. You so little back there.
I think it's time to leave.
I think it's time for the back.
Ashley attempts to defuse the situation by offering options for resolution or departure. Joe, making his appearance, assists in escorting the unruly customer to the front door.
Finish listening.
It ain't no receipt.
Finish listening.
No.
I think it's time to leave.
I'm not going nowhere.
I bet you are.
No, I bet I ain't.
This is Joe.
How you
He's
doing,
gonna
Joe?
show you to the front door.
Wait a minute now. Get your hands off.
I guess.
Bobby J's dealing with customers hunting for an anniversary ring, but the vibe is a little off.
I'm gonna post my boyfriend. Tomorrow's our 6th anniversary, 6 years anniversary.
Really?
Yes.
The lady drops a hint about her boyfriend, and the jokes start flying. 6 years? Bobby tries sizing up the situation, asking for the boyfriend's ring size.
So, what size? Do you know the size that he is, or ring-wise?
Oh, I thought you was talking about that size. I was like, that is too personal now.
No.
Ooh, awkwardness alert. He gets a little too personal and they play it off, but Bobby's cringing. Store.
Now, I gotta practice now. I'm gonna pretend like I'm close to you, okay?
Oh.
Now, here comes the big moment. He's showing him rings, trying to keep it professional, but the tension is building up. In a bold move, the guy decides it's proposal time.
Now, Tay, we've been together for a while. Will you marry me?
On the spot, Bobby's just hoping this affair ends soon.
Yeah.
All right, enter your 4-digit PIN followed by the green button, please.
Okay.
Decline.
It's declined.
It is not declined. You better
It's okay.
Hell no.
Things were strained between them all. Oh, sweet mother of relief. She says yes. But wait, things take a nosedive. The payment goes south. Yeah, Ashley messes up and the lady's not having it.
Your ass is gonna give me that ring.
Sir, listen.
Who you calling sir?
Arguments escalate, calls for Sir Echo, but it's chaos. They can't calm down. Well, just another day at the pawn shop where love and payments collide, leaving Bobby J stuck in the middle of a ring gone wrong.
Who you now?
Act like a lady.
I am acting like a lady, but she gonna sit there and call me. No, she gonna sit there and call me.
Oh boy, Ashley's in for a wild ride dealing with this lady trying to get some cash for her outdated tablet. The lady's asking for a whopping $500, which is like asking for gold when all she's got is Well, something like an iPad.
Hello. Hi, how are you? Just trying to get some money so I can bail my man out.
Ashley's trying to be cool about it, like, hey, it's not worth that much, not even close. She even gives the tablet back, and the lady's acting all offended. Like, serious lady, did you expect a pile of cash or something?
How'd you come up with 500?
This is a pad. I should barely get like 500 for it.
And then here comes the classic move. I need to talk to the manager. But little did she know, Ashley is the manager. Well, cue the surprise, but the lady's still stuck on that $500 dream, and Ashley's like, sorry, not happening.
You're not gonna talk?
Where's the manager at? Where's the manager at in this building?
She even offers a friendly tip, like, sometimes what you want is closer than you think. But nope, this lady's not having it.
It's me. So if you want...
Who's over you, man? I want $500.
Eventually, Ashley kindly asks her to leave. But what does she get in return? A no, I'm not leaving.
So I'm gonna ask you to leave.
No, mine. Run me mine and run me mine.
Classic stubborn move. But hey, Ashley's not having any of it. She even hands her the tablet like a final reminder and tells her that she needs to go.
You can leave.
No, I'm not leaving. Don't put your hands on me. Down. Now what?
This man's refusal to keep his receipt has led him to a dead end, and his only recourse seems to be attempting to intimidate the owner into getting what he wants. Frustrated by the lack of a receipt, he aggressively demands his money back, expressing no concern for the security personnel present.
If you had the receipt, I could give you an exchange, I could give you something.
I don't want an exchange because it's probably going to be some again. How about you just get my money, and then we won't have any more problems with this. But
I don't have any problems now.
Despite the escalating tension, Les stands firm, emphasizing that without a receipt, there's no possibility of a refund.
Not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna do anything.
And you can back off too, man. Like all this security standing around or whatever. I don't give a rat's ass about that.
Well, we don't give a rat's
I want my
ass
money.
either.
Like I said, there's no receipt.
There's no money.
There better be some money.
Or what?
Or what?
In a misguided attempt to bully Les, the man overlooks the fact that security, including Byron the big snuggle bear, is right there.
Bro. You give me the receipt, I'll be more than happy to
Like I said, I don't have the receipt.
And I don't have the money.
Byron, showcasing his expertise in handling such situations, steps in to restrain the belligerent individual. As the aggressor attempts his first blow, Byron efficiently intervenes, not only preventing any harm to Les, but swiftly escorting the unruly man out of the store.
Come on outside.
We got you, buddy.
Bring a couple more. Come on.
We got you.
Bring a few more.
All we
Come
needed
on,
was
bring
two.
all y'all out here. Come on.
So this customer shows up, claiming she's in a rent pinch and wants to pawn her ring. Les cuts to the chase. How much? She shoots for $200, but Les counters with $80.
I was coming to pawn my ring because I have to pay my rent. It was due a couple weeks ago.
How much did you want, man?
$200.
$200. Well, what I can do is I can give you $80.
$80.
$80.
I'm not just about to let you have this for $80. I paid $500 for this.
Now she's not having it, insisting she get paid $500 for the ring. Les tries to educate her on how pawn shops work. They can't offer more than they can make back on a deal. But this lady is off the rails, losing control. She's determined to get what she wants, even if it means crossing lines. Understand?
How would you
Man,
Les remains unfazed, thanking her for the spectacle that he just doesn't give a you-know-what about.
Thank you. This woman could not keep control of herself. I don't know what the hell her problem was. I don't give a what her.
Two men walked into the shop, clinging to a computer system as ancient as they were, expecting a whopping $1,000 for it. Seth, incredulous, thought that they were joking, as the last time he saw such a computer was back in the 80s. Offering a reality check, he mentioned that these relics would be worth around $400 if bought new.
About $900.
I thought that they were kidding. The last time I saw one of these computers was in the 80s. To be honest, if you bought these new, it's about like $400.
Undeterred, the men insisted on needing more money. Seth, in a straightforward manner, stated that the best he could offer was $0. This did not sit well with the men, who seemed poised to start a scene.
We need more than that.
Yeah, we need more money than that.
What I can offer you is
However, the unexpected appearance of a security guard quickly changed their minds. Seth attempted to clarify that such computers were considered antiques and that he was trying to help. Frustrated, he expressed his inability to deal with them any longer. On an otherwise ordinary day, Ashley faces the wrath of an enraged customer who claims his $500 earring is wreaking havoc on his ear.
I paid $500 for this earring, and look what this done did to my ear.
Ugh.
All fired up, he demands Ashley figures out the issue. But the twist? The earring in question is a fake, and he might have swapped it, aiming to scam the business.
Want me
Can
to
I get
figure
my money
out?
back?
You want me to figure out why your ear's turning a different color?
Is that a real diamond?
I look at his earring that he says is turning his ear green, and it's a fake diamond with a fake metal.
Suddenly, he's got a so-called lawyer in tow, threatening legal action. However, this mysterious attorney remains elusive and, frankly, seems fishy. No card, no ID, just a vague promise of an escort.
You're with me. This is wrong.
Show me your card.
I don't have a card with me.
What law firm do you work for?
It's not important.
It is.
Defying warnings, the man insists on staying put, accusing Ashley of taking his money. Things escalate and he's shown the door. But oh no, he's not gonna leave quietly, throwing a final jab about his bold earring.
This is my attorney. Would you like to meet my attorney?
I want my money.
My attorney will escort you out.
You better not put his hand on me.
Then you better turn around with your two legs and walk out yourself.
Ashley stands firm, and the supposed lawyer, well, he's just a disappearing act, a dramatic day. But Ashley, she's seen it all. Bold earrings, fake lawyers, and the relentless pursuit of truth in the pawn shop drama.
You mean get out?
Get
You
out.
don't just tell me what to do.
Get out.
Yeah, you done took my money. You sold me a bold earring.
On what seemed like a typical day at American Jewelry and Loan, an imposing man entered, visibly agitated about a loan on his wife's ring. He complained about being upgraded from a VIP card to a gold card without reaping any additional benefits.
I got a problem. I got a loan on my wife's ring.
Yeah?
And when I first started coming here, I got a VIP card. I got more on the loan. Now you guys put me to a gold card, and I get nothing out of it.
No, the VIP is the gold. They're both one the same.
Seth attempted to address the man's concerns, clarifying that both VIP and gold cards were the same. However, the man was dissatisfied with the loan amount, expressing his frustration. Seth, trying to maintain composure, explained that the ring could be picked up when the required amount was paid.
What'd you get? So $385, and now you're upset. Why?
What are you guys gonna do about it?
I'm gonna allow you to pick up your ring when you have the right amount of money.
You're not listening to me.
I am hearing you, but you're not listening to me.
Undeterred, Seth stepped away from the situation, challenging the man who seemed intent on escalating the situation.
Oh, you're an idiot.
What are you gonna do about it?
I'm not gonna do anything.
The man, seemingly eager for a confrontation, attempted to provoke Byron. The man continued to taunt, asking if Byron wanted some trouble and insinuating a potential altercation at his house. Byron, maintaining a calm demeanor, declined the invitation and firmly showed the man the exit. The situation, despite the man's aggressive behavior, was diffused without further escalation, thanks to Byron's swift intervention.
Whatever you got to bring.
Come on!
Where are we going?
My house, right up there.
I'm not going home with you. No thanks.
That's what I thought, bro.
you thought right.
This. Come on! That's what I thought.
Here we've got a customer trying to sell an unusual combo of speakers, claiming they're worth $1,000.
Things like this. You listen to the music, you're gonna barbecue, this is the best. I cook shish kebab, very good food.
When the Gold sibling smells something fishy and decide to investigate. Questions about the speaker's damaged cones and a hint at dumpster diving arise.
I think I like $1,000.
Really?
The customer insists on $500, making threats if denied. The siblings see through his game and call out his attempts to play him. His accent slips, and instead of admitting defeat, he tries a feeble "I'll be back" routine, as if auditioning for a Schwarzenegger movie.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
The cones on the speakers.
Yeah, what happened to those?
This is how I get it.
Really?
There's nothing wrong with it.
Where'd you find it? The dumpster?
$500 give me, I'm gonna be nice, and that's it.
Why? What would happen if we didn't give you $500? You're not gonna be nice?
But hey man, this ain't Hollywood. The Golds stand firm, unimpressed by the intimidation tactics. No scare tactics or Arnold impressions are gonna cut it. The customer's dramatic exit promises a return, but the Golds, they're not buying it.
I'm gonna get very, very angry right now.
That wouldn't be smart.
What? What you gonna do about it?
Listen, you're not gonna scare me.
like that.
You don't scare me, punk.
So what are you gonna do?
You don't scare me, I'll be back.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
I'll be back.
What are you, Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I'll be back. Go back inside.
The couple entered the shop, seeking Bobby J's assistance to upgrade a ring. Excitedly, Bobby J started the process, asking about their preferences and suggesting options.
I'm looking like to upgrade her ring.
Okay.
Need something bigger.
Okay. Let me see this ring. So you want to
I could take it off. You want me to take it off?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. You want to go with a marquee? You want to stick with rounds?
However, tension quickly arose when the woman noticed her companion's distraction and questioned him about somebody named Tina.
Who is Tina?
Man, Tina ain't
really
nothing but
gonna
my
do
cousin,
that?
man.
Are you serious? Your cousin? 7 years. You ain't never brought up no Tina to me.
Why is you tripping, man? Tina's my cousin, man.
Ain't no damn cousin. I'm not going.
A heated exchange ensued between them, with the woman attempting to lay her hands on him. Amidst the rising conflict, Bobby J tried to mediate, attempting to de-escalate the situation. The woman, feeling increasingly agitated, emphasized her discontent, declaring that she wouldn't tolerate such behavior. The incident, although intense, highlighted the challenges faced by Bobby J in managing not only business transactions, but also the personal dynamics of some customers.
Whatever. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I ain't playing with you. What you gonna do? No, whatever. He gonna keep playing.
Despite his efforts to guide them through the ring upgrade process, personal issues took precedence, leading to a heated confrontation.
Man, quit hitting me, Let's stop. We gonna go to jail.
Les wakes up feeling like a fire-breathing dragon, ready to roast anyone who walks in. And guess who strolls in? A clueless dude looking to pawn some sparkly stuff. Les starts the roast slowly, asking about the dude's marriage. No, big mistake, dude, bro. Out pops this crazy story about anniversary gifts and grandma's jewels. Les smells something fishy, and boom, he calls the dude out on his fake baubles. Finally, they're back to business.
Get a watch for my wife's anniversary.
Oh, it's not your anniversary too?
Well, yeah, it is mine too.
How many years you been together?
25 years.
Oh, okay. How many good ones? So how did you get these?
Well, we were going through some of her jewelry.
Now, any sane person would slink away with their tail between their legs, but not this drama llama. See, he starts spitting insults about Les's wife, which is like poking a grizzly bear with a toothpick. Les sees red and for the first time ever kicks a customer out of his own pawn shop. 2 customers, actually.
Both of us.
It probably is. But it was fake when it was made, and it's still fake.
I got an anniversary coming up. I'm not getting in trouble. You're married, right?
I am.
Okay, I've seen your wife.
Listen, mother, there's 2 things you don't talk about.
What's that?
My wife and my family.
Oh,
so here's the deal.
The air crackles with tension, but the other customer just chills like a cucumber. Guess drama ain't their style. This ain't some Hollywood brawl, folks. This is the pawn shop smackdown, with Les unleashing his verbal fury and 2 dudes getting escorted out faster than a bad burrito.
2 of you.
Here's the deal.
Get out of here. 2 of you. I'll hurt you guys so bad.
Sure you
You
will.
better get in front.
Sure you will.
2 people.
It's evident that the Gold siblings don't have the best relationship, and in this particular episode, Ashley decided to interfere with a potentially profitable deal for Seth. The customer brought in a valuable 1970 Detroit Tigers autographed baseball, hoping for a fair deal.
How'd you get it?
My grandfather left it to me.
This is a great collector's piece. It's signed by not only L.K. Line, but Norm Cash. For the right price, I'll be able to make a huge score on it.
Seth, recognizing the item's value, was negotiating smoothly until Ashley barged in, disrupting the flow. Ignoring the potential earnings, she proposed a mere $250, significantly lower than the customer's expectations. Seth, aware of her intentions to provoke a conflict, tried to salvage the situation, suggesting a more reasonable $500.
Looking to have a good time down south.
Yeah, but you're not bringing me something that's worth about $1,500.
To me, it's worth more than that.
But why? You're not an avid Tigers fan.
What have you got here?
I've got a 1970 Detroit Tiger autographed baseball.
How about $250?
$250? No way. No way.
Ashley persisted with her lowball offer, causing confusion and frustration for the customer. Instead of addressing the customer needs first, the siblings engaged in a heated argument, making a spectacle of themselves. Ashley's refusal to understand the item's value and insistence on her insulting price only added to the chaos. Ultimately, the siblings missed an opportunity to make a profit, showcasing their relationship.
How about 500?
No, it's got to be higher.
I said 250.
I'm at 500. Do you know who signed that ball, Ash? It's not worth the 1,500 he wanted.
Can I have my ball back?
Do you want to give him his ball back, or do you want to act like a
I don't
total
know.
ass?
I want to spit out another price to really insult him.
Are you serious?
No, you can't close a deal. You just don't know how to close a deal.
This lady stomps in demanding stuff her way, unless he ain't playing patty cake. He throws her own words back like boomerangs, leaving her flustered and spitting curses. "Hurry up, I gotta be at work," she screeches. Les, cool as a cucumber, calmly says, "Come back when you got time, or maybe someone less yelly can help." Bam! One punch, straight to her rudeness.
Please. I gotta be working 3 o'clock, so please.
Ma'am, do you want to come back when you have more time?
Can you get somebody else to serve me?
When you're screaming at me, I'm not going to speed up the process.
How many more times did I tell you? Yes, I want my store corrected.
Couple more times.
Well, I guess
Just a
so,
couple.
because she showed now listen.
Just a couple times.
And I hope you have fun with your thousands and help burn with you when you burn it.
Oh, but this lady, no, she ain't backing down. She throws around threats like confetti, wishing fire and brimstone on Les. Now, Les ain't no saint, but nobody deserves that kind of abuse. He shuts her down quickly. "I won't be disrespected." Boom. Another verbal jab from the man himself.
Burn with you when you burn it.
When she talks about when I die, that I'm gonna rot in hell, I'm not gonna allow anybody to abuse me like that.
The air crackles with tension, thick enough to slice with a butter knife. This ain't your average pawn shop squabble. This is a war of words, with Les standing his ground against a hurricane of rudeness. This guy ignored Les's repeated warnings not to touch the merchandise, displaying a complete disregard for basic rules. Les, trying to prevent any mishaps, urged him multiple times to leave the items alone. "Hey sir, don't touch it. Put it down. It's okay to be curious, but leave it down there," Les emphasized. Despite the clear instructions, the dude continued to ignore him, insisting on inspecting the merchandise up close.
Hey, sir, don't touch it. Sir, what? Put it down.
"I told you not to pick it up." "But how am I gonna see if it's gonna work?" the man retorted, challenging Les's authority. But rather than apologizing, he confronted Les, questioning his approach.
It's $300. Hey, sir, just leave it down there.
But I'm trying to, how am I gonna see if it's gonna work?
I told you not to pick it up. Isn't that what I just told you, sir?
Les, maintaining his composure, reminded him, "I told you not to touch it. You're not one of your kids." The man, unfazed, continued his confrontational stance, underestimating Les's authority.
You got a piece of that I pick up.
I told you not to touch it.
You know, I'm not one of your kids you're gonna raise your voice at. You're all badass when you're back there and he's over.
Byron, the security guard, intervened, warning the man that he was fortunate to have someone there to prevent further issues. The man sarcastically remarked, "Oh man, am I lucky? It's my lucky day," showcasing his lack of remorse.
Yeah, you're lucky you got somebody here.
Oh man, am I lucky?
Yeah.
It's my lucky day.
Oh, the Pawn Stars shop is about to erupt like a volcano fueled by testosterone. Seth, fresh-faced with new ideas, tries to change Les's security rules like they're yesterday's newspaper. No, but Les ain't having it. He reminds Seth, who wears the crown, who built the damn empire, and who ain't about to back down from a pipsqueak.
What the hell are you doing? You tell my guys after I set policy that the policy is being changed to your old bull ways?
You gave them each a department?
Yeah, doesn't it make sense?
Doesn't make sense.
It belongs to them.
What do you mean it belongs to them?
They own it.
They can own it.
Well, I can run this place better. I know exactly what needs to be done.
Who the hell are you messing with? Les roars. I set the rules and you change them after 5 minutes? You think you own the place? Newsflash, Sonny. You work here. You don't rule here. Seth, puffed up like a peacock with borrowed feathers, sputters back about running things better. Now he wants Les to kick back, retire, and hand over the keys. But Les? He laughs in Seth's face. Classic. That Seth needs to chill out.
Let me tell you something. How dare you to talk to me like this?
The air crackles with tension, insults fly faster than bullets in a John Wick movie. Seth throws out accusations, calling Les outdated and stubborn. Les counters with jabs about inexperience and disrespect. This isn't your grandma's bake sale argument, folks. This is a heavyweight brawl of egos, pride, and power. Now taking all bets.
Either I make the wrong decisions, I'm the one that brought us here.
You need to retire, and I need to take over.
Maybe Seth needs to listen to the wisdom and experience Les has, not just try to shove him out the door. And maybe Les needs to give the young blood a chance to prove himself, not just dismiss him as a naive newbie. Ashley and Seth, despite being siblings, have a history of constant clashes. In this instance, Seth decided to initiate a confrontation, leading Ashley to seek intervention from their father. "Why don't you put it in the back and stay back there? You're just buying junk, it's trash," Seth remarked, escalating the tension. Frustrated, Ashley sought help from their father, hoping he could mediate.
You can find that in the trash.
Excuse me?
Why don't you put it in the back and stay back there? You're just buying junk. It's trash.
Les, their father, seemed unbothered, having dealt with their frequent fights before. Seth's continuous teasing and Les's indifference fueled Ashley's anger. "It's disgusting how he talks to me like that. I don't have to talk to you."
You don't know what you just said.
Oh, sir.
No, you aren't.
Go ahead, Dad.
Stop saying you are when you weren't, Dad. You were in the office. You did not just hear that.
Looks like you picked the right person to come talk to.
How he talks to me like that. Do you know how disrespected the customer felt?
I don't have to talk to you.
Then don't!
Filled with rage, Ashley confronted Seth, expressing her frustration. The heated argument escalated, reaching a point where Ashley, overwhelmed, broke down in tears. The situation became embarrassing as their emotions spilled out for employees and customers alike to witness. Had enough.
Dad, you know I should never be treated like this from my own brother? And you're such an asshole to me. Dad, you stupid. Shut the up.
Seth's tease. "No, I'm not. I mean everything I said. Bye." Overwhelmed, Ashley decided to leave abruptly, feeling her presence was no longer needed. The episode served as a challenging example for the employees, witnessing the discord between siblings. Yeesh, the family dynamics played out in public.
Bye. No, I'm not. I mean every thing I said.
Bye.
Don't.
Seth.
Ashley's gonna be leaving here in a minute. What happened?
I don't know.
Don't film.
Two tornado-tongued girls whirl in, demanding a new laptop like it's their birthday. Adapter? Receipt? Nah, these are just fancy words in their vocabulary.
To go back there and get the refund. I'm sorry.
When we sold it to you, we gave you the adapter for it.
No, you didn't.
Les, caught in the crossfire of their double-barreled chatter, throws his hands up in surrender. "Can't one of you breathe for a second? I'm drowning in a sea of sound." But these girls are not built for silence. They repeat themselves like stuck records, each word louder than the last. They claim they bought a laptop, no adapter, and now want a free upgrade. And Les, bless his grumpy heart, tries to reason with them. "Ladies, refunds don't happen without proof. Go back, get the adapter, then we talk." But these girls are allergic to logic. They throw tantrums like toddlers denied candy, their voices reaching a pitch that could shatter glass. Les, pushed to the edge, unleashes his inner grizzly bear. "Hold your horses or I'll call security to hold them for you."
Remember us.
I do. You don't have the adapter that I gave you.
You never gave us an adapter.
Go home.
Why can't you help us?
I don't want to hear that.
Okay, let's go. Please, let's go.
You giving me my money?
Keep going. Y'all tripping, go.
This isn't your average customer service squabble. This is a battle for dominance, a clash of wills that can make a grown man cry. Maybe these girls need to learn some manners. When Seth dealt with a customer and his mom looking to sell a speaker, things took an unexpected turn. Despite the customer's plea and a sad story, Seth, not being a good Samaritan, stuck to business.
you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Taiwan, man.
Taiwan,
I'm here
nice to
today.
meet you.
I got a speaker.
You got multiple speakers.
It's even better then.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? I got a speaker, the customer explained, hoping for a decent deal. Seth, however, proposed an offer far below what the customer was expecting, causing frustration. What are you trying to give me for this? I want $150.
So what you trying to give me for this? I want 150. What you
selling
trying
it
to
or pawning it?
Selling it. Yeah, Seth's counteroffer of $45 didn't sit well with the customer, leading to an exchange of heated words. I don't need that. You came in, you want $150. The customer retorted, oblivious to the fact that he was in a public place.
Like $45.
Hell no, man.
Well, that's your choice. You don't have to take it.
Why you can't give me 100?
The situation escalated quickly as the customer's profanity-laced tirade continued. Unsurprisingly, his disrespectful language right in front of his mom earned him an unexpected consequence. A good old-fashioned ass whipping.
I don't need these mother. They won't give me what I want.
You came in, you want $150.
Damn.
What?
Mama, you
don't talk like that in front of these people. I done raised you better than that.
Amazed, Seth watched as the woman disciplined her son, treating him like a kid. The unexpected turn of events left both Seth and the onlooker surprised. To Seth's astonishment, the woman even returned to apologize for her son's unruly behavior. Actions, he got himself an ass whipping.
Take you nowhere. It's the whole city. Without you boys
Oh, man, I ain't seen a whooping. Oh, man.
Seth, I am so sorry.
No, that's fine.
I apologize.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Handling my security staff.
Seth's patience is hanging by a thread as this customer blows in like a hurricane, demanding her computer. No pawn ticket, no ID, just a whole lot of bad attitude.
I'm here to pick up my computer.
Sure.
I lost my pawn ticket.
Okay. You have ID?
No, I gave it to the lady over there.
I gave my ID. I waited. I need my computer now, she hollers, each word a frickin' sonic boom. Seth, bless his soul, tries to navigate the storm, gently steering her to the right window. But this lady's got a temper that could melt solder.
Already. I just walked over here and waited a moment.
Okay. How many moments did you wait?
Are you an idiot or something?
I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
I need my computer.
Well, she gets her computer, takes one look, and ba-boom. The volcano erupts. It's scratched, stained. This wasn't like this before. Her accusations fly faster than a pawnbroker's calculator. Seth, now juggling exploding customers like a circus clown, tries to calm the waters.
I would like to get my computer, please, because he can't understand.
I need you to sign.
Here you go. Here you go to $247.
But this lady's got as an insatiable an appetite for drama as the blue friend does for cookies. New computer. I want another one. Ugh, she screeches, pointing the finger like a loaded weapon. Ooh, and Seth at the end of his rope sees red. You scratched it, lady. Watch your back.
Oh, no. I need to see somebody up in here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, my computer's all stretched up and stained up. It wasn't like this when I brought it here.
Says scratch.
No, I did not bring this computer in here like this. I want me another computer for all even. That's an apple.
What a talk about some tension. Thick enough to cut with a spork. Insults volley back and forth, each one sharper than a pawnbroker's wit. Holy crap, this isn't just customer service, it's a verbal gladiatorial arena.
And you scratching all over.
Watch your back.
Nah, watch yours.
Let me get that door for you. There you go.
Get that my ass.
I think we're gonna get two for.
Kick all this.
When this customer crossed the line and threatened them, less swiftly had his security team remove the unruly man. Despite the initial confrontation, the situation took a foolish turn as the man decided to escalate things by sending death threats their way. Threatened them, Les had his security haul him out immediately.
You gonna what? You heard what I said. I didn't hear what you said. Tell me what you're gonna do to me. Watch your Get your hand out of my.
You're gonna what? Tell me what you're gonna do to me. The man's aggressive behavior continued, leading to security promptly intervening to prevent any potential harm. The man's absurd threat to kill them raised serious concerns about the safety of everyone involved, when he decided to send death threats their way too.
Kill you, motherfucker! Who you gonna kill, huh? My face. Who you gonna kill, huh? Get out my face.
Quick to react, the security team subdued the man before he could act on his threats. With law enforcement on the scene, the fear of facing consequences seemed to have a sobering effect on the agitated customer. It's pretty amazing how a night in the local jail can change one's perspective for the better. Ashley reported the incident, emphasizing the severity of the threat, and the officers took charge of handling the situation. The presence of law enforcement likely contributed to the man realizing the serious repercussions of his actions.
Hi, I have a threat up here at American Jewelry and Loan right now.
So I was standing behind the counter, and he came up screaming. My security guard came in and started escorting him out. As he was going out is when the
Despite his initial rage about losing his belongings, the man seemed to backtrack a bit, attributing his outburst to venting frustrations. While it's not an excuse for threatening behavior, it sheds light on the complex emotions that can arise in intense situations.
I was mad because I lost all my stuff. I might have did say something to that effect, but it was only venting, like any normal person would.
A clueless dude stumbles in looking for a generator thingy that makes magic light. Seth negotiate, but the dude just digs his heel in like a stubborn mule.
But I could push it to 6. I'm pretty firm in 700.
Okay, the dude wants to borrow the generator. Borrow, like, take it home for free, play with it, and maybe, just maybe, return it someday? Seth and owning things. But the dude bro's ears are firmly shut, locked in a world where generators sprout money and pawn shops give stuff away for free.
You want to buy it, borrow it indefinitely. You want to bet?
Excuse me.
Have a good day, sir.
The hell out. Seth finally explodes, his voice cracking under the strain. The dude, as surprised as a goldfish with a harmonica, stumbles back, sputtering about. Seth and Ashley took a bold step, meeting a potential buyer for one of their stores without informing their dad beforehand. Despite their differences, they decided to work together on this venture. However, their plan took an unexpected turn when they discovered the potential buyer was someone they knew all too well.
I've been trying to find a buyer for our Pontiac location, and already the first buyer flaked out on me. But thankfully, I got another potential buyer, and Ashley agreed to meet him at the...
Upon realizing the situation, Les, their father, expressed his disappointment and frustration, questioning their actions. Les rightfully felt betrayed and had every reason to be angry. All too well.
What the were you thinking? Did you not think that I know everything that's going on?
Despite his attempt to make them understand the severity of their actions, Ashley and Seth appeared unapologetic.
Doing best for the business.
Don't tell me what's best for the business.
Ashley attempted to shift the blame while Seth tried to justify their decision by claiming it was in the best interest of the business. Les, disgusted and appalled by their behavior, decided to leave them behind and head home, expressing his loss of trust in both of them.
If you keep this place, we're gonna lose money. It doesn't take a genius to understand that your empire that you built in Detroit is going to over here. Cut your losses.
Trust was shattered unless the patriarch felt deeply hurt by the unexpected actions of his kids. Trusted them both.
I can't even look at you right now.
A customer wanting to pawn what seems to be used hair, claiming it's like Beyonce's. The Gold siblings, however, are quick to point out the health department's rules against selling used hair due to hygiene concerns.
It's a very cool piece.
And
This
look,
is
I
this.
can brush for you too. I could brush it too, and you can comb. Bam! Hold this person name.
I'm sorry. The health department won't let us sell used hair.
Okay, so what's
we
wrong with
send
that?
it because it's personal.
The customer remains adamant, arguing that people sweat all the time. The Golds, though, maintaining a friendly tone, stand firm, emphasizing the unhygienic nature of the request.
Hygiene.
It's personal hygiene. People sweat.
Let me ask you a question.
All the time. They
When
got
was the
all this
last
stuff in here,
time-
funky.
Despite their attempts to explain, the lady insists on the deal, showcasing her persistence. The situation becomes awkward as the Golds try to navigate the delicate matter, politely declining the unusual offer. The lady's persistence clashes with the store's policies, and despite her claims of cleanliness, the hygiene factor remained a deal breaker.
Don't wipe down everything.
We do, but I just can't take
Okay, then
it.
you can
all right?
wipe down the hair.
sorry. I wish I could help you, so come back.
The Golds express regret but hold their ground, emphasizing that they can't proceed with such transactions. The encounter starts on a heartwarming note as a lady reveals her intention to sell her laptop to get a gift for her sister's birthday.
Laptop.
You type in your password? What brings you in today?
I just want to pound it in so I can give my sister some money for her birthday this weekend.
Oh, okay.
However, things take a turn when Ashley, suspicious about the situation, asks her for the laptop's password. Well, after a bit of a struggle, the password is entered, but the friendly atmosphere quickly dissipates.
We got your password?
Yeah.
Try again.
As Ashley negotiates the amount for the laptop, the lady becomes increasingly demanding, insisting on a specific sum.
I need at least 165. I mean, I can't do 125.
All right, I can do 150, and that's what I can do.
Okay, can you do 165 or not?
When Ashley refuses to meet her exact request, the situation escalates with the lady expressing her displeasure loudly. The exchange becomes heated, marked by accusations of disrespect and a refusal to accept the offered amount. Despite Ashley maintaining composure, the lady decides to take her business elsewhere.
I actually asked.
It's so disrespectful. Well, I'm sorry. I told you I can't take 150.
You know what's disrespectful?
Learn how to talk. Learn how to talk. Learn how to talk. 165, then I can take my business somewhere else. Flat out.
You done?
I don't give a. Like I said, I don't care. I can take my business somewhere else.
Are you a lady or are you a baby?
Excuse me?
In an unexpected move, she directs her frustration towards an innocent bystander, issuing threats and escalating the tension. Instead, she decided to turn her eyes towards an innocent bystander.
I'm talking to you, bitch! What you looking at?
You know what? Take us outside.
What the you looking at? What the you looking at?
Fortunately, Joe, another employee, steps in to prevent a physical confrontation and escorts the lady out to avoid further disruption.
Tell me, bitch, you looking at me? You want to do something? Do something!
We get folks of all kinds, happy, sad, mad, crazy.
A customer struts in wearing a chicken costume, causing a stir. The Gold siblings, maintaining their humorous side, engage with the chicken-clad visitor. The customer, embracing his role, claims to be all about chicken and finger-sucking, adding a comical touch to the encounter.
This is what I do. I say I got chicken and finger sucking. Come for a plucking.
Despite the whimsical atmosphere, the Golds attempt to guide the customer towards a more serious discussion about potential purchases. The chicken, however, seems more interested in banter than business, making Seth express mild frustration, jokingly suggesting the customer might start his own joint with the chicken.
The fool. I want that right there.
Dude, here's what I want you to do. Don't put the chicken on the counter.
All right, look, everything I'm getting right
there. You're spitting chicken on the counter.
That's for you.
When the chicken eyes a pricey watch worth $1,200, the humorous exchange takes a turn. Seth, trying to balance the humor in the business, nudges the customer to consider making a deal. The chicken, possibly more interested in the comedic aspect than the actual transaction, continues to engage in a playful banter.
How much this cost?
$1,200.
$1,200.
Are you seriously gonna buy something, or are you just?
You ain't even let me see.
I got lots of stuff for you to look at.
Bro, look, hold on.
Dude.
All right, look.
As the situation unfolds, the Golds, especially Seth, playfully suggest making a deal while also subtly expressing a sense of being bothered. In the end, it turns out that this time, the chicken didn't quite make a purchase. Instead, it made a scene and eventually left the shop.
Look, make a deal.
All right, want a piece of chicken?
You touching chicken?
Come on, man, let's go.
Man, you know what? You ain't got to touch me.
Turns out when the chicken crossed the road, he went to a pawn shop, made a scene, got kicked out. There you go.
So Seth's still fuming after that disrespectful encounter, and now Les wants to have a little talk with his kids. Seth's face shows that he's in for it, and Ashley trying to stir the pot, but Les is having none of it. Les is like, "Come on, Seth and Ashley, let's chat." Seth's pain seems to have vanished in his anger. Les is pretty upset, and he's blaming Seth and his new system for the whole mess, even though it's pretty clear it was just an unreasonable customer causing a ruckus.
Where the hell's Seth? Seth, come on with me. You too, Ashley, come on. This guy made me so angry, I don't even feel the pain anymore. Wow. I'm sick of this.
Seth is trying to defend himself, but Les isn't having any of it. He's taken back control of the store and actually is trying to bring up sibling rivalry stuff, but Les shuts it down real quick. Tough love, you know?
The guy out there screaming and yelling at me because of something that you did? Your system does not work, Seth. I've been watching this go down all day.
This is so typical of my dad. He hasn't even given me a...
Les is laying down the law, telling them people have been waiting too long and he's not interested in anyone kissing up to him. He's had enough for one day and just wants them to get back to work. No more arguing, just go back to work. Folks, classic dad move.
Too long.
Exactly.
Stop kissing my ass. I had to deal with more than I should have today. So here's the deal. I'm in charge.
Tell him I told you not to do it.
I don't want to hear it. Just go back to work.
It's pretty hilarious how some guys just can't handle it when the pawn shop won't drop big bucks on their trash. The pawn shop guy's like, sorry, not interested. And this dude flips out, calling for someone else like he's about to get the royal treatment.
We're not interested. Let me speak to somebody else back there. Lame ass. I ain't really want much but a few bucks, but they was on some bull. Go get somebody for me, dog. This made me act up.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's going on, cuz? I was trying to tell your man, let me get a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? About 30, 40. You know?
Yeah, I'm not interested.
He's all like, I wasn't asking for much, just a few bucks, you know, like 30 or 40. But reality check, buddy, the pawn shop isn't handing out cash for stuff they can't make money on. It's not a charity. This isn't UNICEF.
That we couldn't make money on. There's times that we just can't take old merchandise. This was one of those times.
Hey, yo, man's carry my out, then y'all want to do like that, y'all.
So he's getting all riled up, telling them to get somebody for him, and the poor pawn shop owner, Les, is just trying to keep his cool. He's surrounded by this guy acting all tough. You almost feel sorry for Les, who's doing his best not to lose it. But then this dude goes too far.
Listen, don't be throwing the at me. You understand? You understand? Don't be ever throwing the at me. You understand that? You understand that, man?
After all that, Les has had enough. He's like, you want to act like that? Fine. It's like watching someone poke a bear with a stick and you just know it's all about to go down. Classic pawn shop drama, right?
All right.
I got a better idea. How about if we don't have you come back in here?
Oh, it's like that? Hold on. Y'all ain't over here anyway. I smack the out your ass.
Don't even reach behind nowhere.
Reach what? Nigga, if I got it,
You're reaching, Jonah. Don't be killing my stuff. I don't care how old I am. I'm never too old to beat you. Threatening me that he's coming back. Does he think we don't have security cameras? Does he think we don't know what his license plate number is? It'll be his worst day if he even thinks about doing anything.
Just another regular day at the pawn shop, folks coming and going, some with smiles, others not so much. Now here comes this guy strolling in hoping to snag $100 for his gold chain. The receptionist is all cool, approves the loan, everything seems pretty chill, right?
Oh, bro, hold on, let me prove my point.
Now here's a guy who walks in hoping to get a loan of $100 for his gold chain. And you know what? The receptionist happily agrees. Loan approved, right?
How much would you like?
$100.
Okay. I can do the $100.
Well, hold on to your butts because it's about to get wild. This dude, looking polite, hands over his ID for verification. But boy, oh boy, he throws in this 20 business out of nowhere. He's pointing at the sign, claiming it's right there. He should get an extra 20%.
Right?
What 20%, sir?
The sign right here says I get 20%.
The receptionist is baffled and the dude's politeness evaporates into thin air.
Not intense.
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
Is you serious?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you ain't never seen the sign?
Well, the man's voice gets louder and he's asking if she's ever seen a sign in her life. Whew, talk about intense and rude.
20%! You serious? You gonna give me 100?
Uh-huh.
I get 20% of 100.
The guy keeps insisting that he's supposed to get that extra 20 with his $100. The whole shop's on alert now with bodyguards ready and even Seth, the boss, stepping out. Well, the tension is rising and the customer won't back down.
Their pawn shop, bring me in the ticket, and when you take it out of that pawn shop, I'll give you 20.
But does our furious customer listen? No way.
He's demanding to see the manager, and Seth steps up to explain things patiently. Well, he keeps shouting, demanding his 20, hoping someone's gonna back him up. The bodyguard quickly takes it back, and the customer leaves, cursing and grabbing a plant to throw on the ground. Yep, it's never a dull day around here. Crazy, huh?
Straight up, my man. Let this go. Let this go. 20%.
The angry customer doesn't even give Seth a chance to explain.
Get something out there, bro. You down for the sign, my man. I'm chase you down.
Gotta admit, that's a bit hilarious. But the bodyguard quickly snatches it back, and the customer keeps cursing as he leaves the shop. But wait, there's more. To show his anger, this guy grabs a harmless plant and throws it on the ground.
Huh, $20 worth right there, bitches.
Oh man, what did the plant do?
Well, as we close this journey through the pawn shop's chaotic moments, it's evident that Les Gold and his team navigate a unique realm where deals are not just transactions, but narratives, woven with tension, humor, and a little dash of the unexpected. Whether facing threats, family disputes, or the whims of eccentric customers, the pawn shop remains a stage where characters clash, emotions flare, and the pawnbroker's wit is constantly tested.